Recording first, streaming second. Where's my tab with the stream? There we go. This up and mute myself. Maylene after. Okay, Discord in safe mode. I think this is all the tabs I'm gonna need to open. Fight notes. Alright. I'm still not gonna bother posting, I think, in the content creation channel. I don't know. I like the little niche Nuzlocking community. Alright, so where did we leave off? Lavaridge Pokemon Center, I think? Yeah, okay. So I have exactly Flannery prepped. It is a Saturday, so I don't have a whole lot of plans going on. So I might end up prepping Maylene on stream, if I'm not too tired. It's been a little while since I've done like a full fight prep on stream, and I do enjoy those. They're kind of fun. I end up spending a little less time on them, for better or for worse, but it keeps it a little dynamic, you know? So the goal here is to do Flannery without PP stalling. If something goes wrong, PP stalling may become necessary. If it does not go wrong, it might be fine. I need a Pocky decompress stream. Oh dear, what's happened? That's not a good sign. Free Marina. Dugong. Gotta love all these water types coming to a sun team. We're gonna be bringing no less than 3. Lucid. I've reached constant true doubles. Oh man, so you're just in like the slog mode, right? I think Run and Bun tends to end up with that same idea, right? If you just have like infinite trainers to burn through. And it just gets to be a little hard on the mental game. So these are the 6 mods. Let's get the items sorted. Rostberry here. Cherry here. Planning this fight for 2 days? I mean, that's not necessarily that high for me planning a fight, but that's insane for you planning a fight. It's like whenever I hear like the latest details on how Michael's Archie has been going, I feel the same way. Like, good lord, you usually plan stuff pretty quickly, and that's gotta be a doozy. The best plan I've come up with needs to dodge 2 crits. Oh, crepes, that's pretty rough. Crits aren't real though, that's right, that's what Ira would say. Pedro Lito, thank you for the follow, much appreciated, enjoy your spiel. I'm not sure I've seen your name in the Discord, but I think I've seen your name in the Discord, right? I imagine that's where you're coming from. I don't necessarily advertise anywhere else. But nice to see you. Chesto Dugong, it's probably Chesto. No, it's a citrus. And a Quick Claw proc? Oh, you need to dodge a Quick Claw proc, not you need a Quick Claw proc. God, Quick Claw proc is hard to say repeatedly. You just about had me freaking out there. That does not sound super consistent, though. I'm not sure if by Lucid standards, like, is the hack difficult enough that that kind of line is often necessary, or... Because, like, after 2 days in the oven, if that's like, what seems like the most favorable line, I can't imagine you have a whole lot of other options, right? Use a different... Oh, you're the Jirachi guy! Sweet! Jirachi is legitimately one of the legendaries that I'm considering for my E4 run. I'm not gonna obviously spoil, like... I'm really leaning towards this legend, or like, I'm absolutely locking in this one or whatever, but Jirachi is certainly in the consideration list, if only because I want to lean on Mawile, and it can Wish Pass with U-turn really effectively. But really excited to see what you can do with Jirachi. Hopefully, Obviously, maybe it isn't getting champed, but pretty cool. I'm a huge Jirachi fan. Really cool. I just lose a Flamigo if it procs. Oh, okay, that's not as bad. I mean, still not strictly ideal, but not as bad. I need a rock slide over here. So Flannery, I've been working on Flannery since, excuse me, yesterday evening, and a little bit off and on today. I didn't really do it at all while I was watching Toaster's E4, which was really entertaining. But I was just watching that, and I worked on it a little bit while Lion was sort of re-clearing the early game this afternoon, and then a little bit after dinner. And I think we are very lucky with this box in a lot of ways that I think that I even have a shot at doing Flannery without having to PP stall. We're going to have to PP stall if things go wrong. But hatching Primarina yesterday, I was my number one water picks were shit. What were they? Swampert was one of them. Greninja was another one. Primarina was another one. What was my number one for it though? It wasn't any of those, I don't think. Oh, it was Piplup. Piplup. So this was in like the top half of the ones. It wasn't strictly the one that I wanted, but I think Primarina is actually super sweet for making this work. And the Centiskorch that I've been kind of making fun of for the last little while is also gonna do some really awesome stuff here, to let this line work. So kind of exciting. I'm been super serious about the rules. Initially, my legendary was UC. Oh, I see. Not everybody needs to be going for sheet rolls all the time. That's totally fair. It doesn't make it runs any less interesting to me. Second, it's a great choice for a second favorite mon. It might be my favorite legendary of all time. It's, I think, my most used probably, at least in my competitive singles days. I just love how flexible that mon is, and as soon as you see a Jirachi on someone's team, there's like 4 or 5 completely different sets that it could be. Dugong also needs hidden power. Michael was telling me yesterday that he's run Hidden Power 1 time in his run, he thinks. And like, I had 3 Hidden Power Mons in one fight yesterday. I'm gonna have 2 Hidden Power Mons in this fight today. I think my playthrough is gonna get... I'm gonna get fucking mileage out of Hidden Power. Doesn't get any other TMs. Centiskorch doesn't either. Dugong is good now. Swanna doesn't either. Flannery's a snooze. Mine might devolve into a snooze fest, but I'm hoping it'll be fast and exciting. If we get Hasbad odds a little bit too much, then it can lead to being a little more PP stally, which, you know, that's kind of unavoidable in this fight, I think. You get a little too much Hasbad odds sauce, and the only way to like recover your momentum is you gotta drain them out of either ground type attacks or fire and ground, or like the Rotom, you gotta flip between your ground and your flash fire until it's out or whatever. Those are the backup plans. I'm not worried about wiping to this fight. I just don't want to have to PP stall, so that's what we're trying to avoid. Same people who are Mantine haters. How could you be a Mantine hater? I'm an avid Eviolite Mantike fan from the Gen 4 days, though, so perhaps there's also some bias there. So we have to go do our hidden powers. I guess we can do natures, so this needs to be adamant. I'm not necessarily expecting to click these hidden power buttons. Dugong is the most likely to click hidden power. Primarina is not very likely, but it's just so good for trying it on special attackers, or Floatzel, because Technician, trying to keep the AI from Hasbad oddsing as much. Is this the right size? I feel like this is smaller than my usual. No, I guess it is fine. If you like the game a little bigger, let me know, but I think this is my usual size. Hasty, this is gonna be modest. Did not expect Dugong to be able to do as much work into this fight as possible. I continue to think both Dugong and Walrein are amazing encounters on that 115 route. I think that's probably the only thing in the early game that really, really should be a fishing encounter. But man, I've been having a blast with this Dugong. It has helped clutch through so many awkward individual mons. It is such an amazing design. It's so cool. And that movie, when I was a kid, made me fucking cry. I don't know if you've seen Wishmaker or not, but... It got me when I was a kid. Do you know if AI always switches at -3? It does. I can pull up the function and walk you through it. Give me 1 second. Look at that. When I opened VS Code, the last thing I was looking at was somebody earlier today asking me about how double switches get validated. This is on EI, right? Let me check. Yeah, so this is on EI 1.2. Where is it? Attacking stats lowered. Should be 50% at -2 attacking stat, and guaranteed at -3. So yeah, if physical attacker. So if you're a physical attacker, you need to have a good switch-in candidate and roll a 50-50. So this is, think of this as another way of has-bad oddsing almost. You have to have a good mon to switch in, and then it rolls a 50-50. If you're at -3, you don't check if there's a good mon or not. You just switch out. You don't roll a number, and you don't check if there's a good mon. So it only checks the physical attacking stat. Oh, these comments are back. Oh no, these comments are not backwards. It only checks based on the stat. So if you have a mixed attacker that has higher special attack but all physical attacking moves, the physical attacking won't trigger and vice versa. But yeah, -3 will always guarantee it if the higher attacking stat is at -3. -2 is a roll and needs the good switch-in candidate. Oh man, I bet. Okay, yeah, good assumption. That is exactly how it works. Since Adamant, Dugong I think stays sassy. Swanna goes modest. It really is like it is so cute. It's such a cool design. I love its lore. We can totally get rid of this, like derail the stream for a moment. Hold on. List of legendary Pokemon. Does Bulbapedia have like a list with pictures? Because I want pictures. Oh, it does. Look at this. None of these are going to be in my top tier. I like Latias a lot. Latias is up there. None of these are going to do it. Latias is probably my favorite of the regular legendary. Oh shit, are we going to have to look at mythicals separately? I guess probably we will. I think Latias may be my favorite of the regular ones. The Tapus are pretty sweet. I especially like all the ones that aren't Bulu. But they're not as nice as Latias, I don't think, for my tastes. Okay, and then mythical Pokemon Bulbapedia. Because I guess they're different things. I'm just going to call them all legendaries. I love so many of the mythicals. Celebi and Jirachi are probably my favorite too. I like Diancie a lot. Hoop is pretty okay. Marshadow's cool. Magearna's cool. But Jirachi and Celebi are my favorites of these. I think the first three, honestly, are the best. But Jirachi is my favorite. And I do like Jirachi better than Latias. So I guess Jirachi is my favorite legendary mon. Look at that. We've learned something this stream. And now I got to go do Hidden Power IVs. So... But Mew, Jirachi, and Celebi were just back to back to back S-tier mon design. Again, especially Celebi and Jirachi for me. Who are my Hidden Power mons again? Primarina has Hidden Power Rock. And Dugong has Hidden Power Dragon. I'm sure you'll never guess what the Hidden Power Dragon is hedging against. Hey, Ghosty, nice to see you. You're just in time. We're about to go start Flannery. in an attempt to not PP stall Flannery. If we get Hasbat odds really hard, or we get crit, or burned, perhaps, there are routes that we have to do some PP stalling, but we're hoping we can just go in and wreck some shit, is the plan. Okay, so Ross, I finally put my notes also in the right order. It's taken this long, streaming for like 20 hours, to realize it's item, nature, ability, moves. These three things I kept doing in the wrong order, so now this should be faster than ever. Rost, Adamant, Striker, Horsepower, Double Kick, Heavy Slam, Rock Slide, Blitz, Sneak, Claw, Willow, Flash Fire, Jolly Cherry, Fairy Feather, Modest, Liquid Voice. This needs Aqua Jet over Ice Beam. Everything is nature variability. See, that's what I used to do, and I kept getting myself backwards when I was trying to like compare my notes against my actual party. And that would stress me out because I would be worried I'd be doing a thing wrong. So now we're just matching exactly the order they're displayed in game. 20 hours later. Sarah is going to beat the crap out of Ape. That is the plan. The plan is to one-shot... Well, not one-shot. We are running Jolly rather than Adamant. So that we can outspeed Rotom if it comes down to it. The plan is to... We're not going to one-shot with Flare Blitz, but we're going to one-shot with Flare Blitz plus Shadow Sneak instead. If you're running Jolly with Charcoal or just Adamant, Flare Blitz one-shots either way. We're instead taking the slightly safer approach of Cherry Berry, such that if we're not going to KO with this Flare Blitz when we eat the T-Punch. If we get paralyzed, it doesn't matter, because we'll still get the Blitz sneak off, but this is going to mean that there's like, I think, a quarter of rolls or something that we need to switch out, which again isn't bad, it just means we're going to end up in more of a PP style world. But that's the hope. So we got to Primarina. HP Rock, Aqua Jet, Hyper Voice, Moonblast. This move is still going to be Wrap, because I just couldn't think of a fourth thing I needed on this mon. Crunch, Fire Lash, and X-Scissor. Okay, also, delaying for Fire Lash was huge. This mon is going to put in some work here. Really happy to have Fire Lash. So if you get a Sizzlipede, consider delaying the evolution till after Chimney. Because both the pre-Evo does work baiting and the double on Mount Chimney, as we saw last stream. And Centiscorch having access to Fire Lash for Flannery is going to be really helpful, as we'll see this stream. Adamant Air Balloon, Chesto, Sassy, Ice Scales, Rest, Ice Beam, Scald, and HP Dragon. Hydro Pump, Roost, Flip Turn, Hurricane, No Guard, Modest, Mystic Water. Alright. Foreshadowing on the delay thing. Yeah, that plan was I just like to sit on mons because, you know, that in that case it was purely for the move thing, but holy shit, I was not expecting it to be so incredible into the double. I bet if I had it been evolved, it still would have been fine. It just would have had to be like lowering, like a defense lowering nature with like min defense, min spadef IVs. That might have been okay. But just guaranteeing it without even having to think about it was nice. Yeah, No Guard Swanna with Hurricane Hydro Pump. It's great. It's sort of a backup mon here, and it's gonna hopefully KO Torkoal. We're not gonna do any PP stalling, probably, hopefully, if everything goes well. But we are gonna have to stall out some Sun turns at one point. I'm mainly curious about your Rotom plan. Spoilers? It's not. What would you expect the Rotom plan to be? I'm kind of curious. Or is that the thing? You're not actually sure what the Rotom plan's gonna be? Because there is one mon that is the Rotom plan, kinda. Also, I'm going to completely embarrass myself in this gym. I can't remember how to get there at all. So, I'm going to fuck it up. This looks like I already fucked it up. We're going to encounter trainers, we're going to fuck it up, but we're going to get there someday. Half the stream might be trying to get to Flannery. I did not loop this one as a kid nearly as much as I looped the other ones. Holy shit, this trainer has a Sunflora? We got to look up the moveset now, because I'm just dead if this is a grass thing that is big enough. I did not catch the trainer's name. I was looking at chat, so I gotta do the slow look up a different way. We're in Laveridge. Gym. Fighting. This trainer. Hello? There we go. His name is Jeff. Solar Beam is the only grass type move. Oh, I guess I didn't import my save. That's fine. Natural Gift with no berry. Alright, we take those. Oh man, horse outspeeding something. That's kind of crazy too. Outspeeding and crits. Hold on there. Let's calm down a little bit, Mudsdale. Save something for the gym leader. Third attempt died to Rotom outspeeding my whole team after I messed up my plan. Oh, that's super scary. We're gonna try to sit in front of it with the Dugong, mostly. And just ignore the fact that it has Thunderbolt a little bit. We're gonna try to bait it into an overheat. We can always live one crit from most HP ranges. And then just sit there taking -2 Thunderbolts and shrugging them off. That's the plan. Okay, so this is where we start. Oh my god, this is not where we start. We go up. We go up. Mudsdale is a backup plan if something goes kind of wrong and I end up having to sack Mons or something. But largely, Mudsdale is there to kill the Ninetales and bait the Infernape on turn 1. And then it's going to chill in the back. Mudsdale is super nice as the lead a lot of the time because it does so much damage that nothing can switch into it. So it goes out there, it kills the mon you need to kill, it baits in a thing, and you can plan around that really reliably. Probably shouldn't... Oh, that was a double battle. Probably shouldn't have, you know, been as underwhelmed with it initially as I was, hoping for that Heracross, but that's okay. Immediately use camera up. Oh, dude, that's so good. Did he do work? Was he good? I did not use mine against Camper Trent. Let's try going up. Oh my god, am I gonna get double battled again? Holy crap. Up was not the play. Love to see some camera up action. Is that a Kecleon? Weird. What do I even do into this Kecleon? I don't necessarily... You know what? Let's play defensively. I really don't want the Saraledge to just take some random rock move and die. That would be deeply upsetting. Solved Avalugg. That's what I like to see. I leaned very heavily on Floatzel that fight. It did most of the damage from what I remember. And a little bit of Saraledge, but that's super sweet. Love to see a good use for it. Actually, we probably shouldn't double kick. We should just do this, but I think the Wind Blast is gonna probably just kill it. Pika, Steel, Fake Out, Break, Sturdy, Pivot, Counter, and any move, Earth Power. Outspeed! Dude, I love it! It's like when Mudsdale outspeed something, or Slowbro outsped the not a Gigalith, what was something on Maxie's team had 20 speed, and Slowbro outsped it. And I was so proud. This Colossal. Slowbro outsped this. That's how I feel every time something like Camera Up gets an outspeed. Like, oh man, good for you, buddy. Thank you for trying your best. Oh my goodness! We're gonna fight every single trainer in here, aren't we? Last Resort opener. Oh man. Alright, is this one an actual path? I know Iriv is aware of this, and I did see these in my casual... Oh my god, I was just trying to look at them dramatically. But they are very funny to me. I'm not sure if these are always there in vanilla, you just can't see them because of the fog. Or if something with, like, palettes or sprite management is getting a little screwy. I'm not sure. But it does look very funny, doesn't it? Imagine walking into a trainer you can already see. God, Mudsdale's just outspeeding everything. This thing is fast as heck. See, we got another one. We can see a hairline. We're going to take the high road here at this time, I think. That's progress. This one I do remember as a kid, because this one looks like it's the one that's... Oh, this is in the center. This is the place to go, and it's... I don't think it is. We're going to try it now, though, I guess. This is not a trainer, so I think that one's a trainer. We'll take this one. Gym? Oh, damn it. Back at the beginning. All right. So I was... My initial... This is the wrong way. My initial instincts were... Oh my fucking god. Whew! I'm at a Taco Bell drive-thru. Do you want anything? Ooh. Whatever's good there. You know, genuinely, potentially odd take. I have never eaten anything at a Taco Bell. I know there's all kinds of memes. I'm not sure if it's just not as big of a culture thing in my area. It's not that we don't have Taco Bells. I've just never eaten anything at one. I do like tacos, though. I do like how crunchy they are. I've heard the Crunchwrap Supreme is pretty good. If one of those can ship to Canada, that'd be nice. But I did just have a little bit of cheesecake, so I've already had my dessert for today. Oh, god damn it. We screwed it up somewhere again. What is the best thing to get at a Taco Bell? Is it the Crunchwrap Supreme? That's the only thing on the menu I know. Okay, and we thought it was going up here, and over here, and then down here. Okay, so it's not over. Maybe it is the one in the middle. They don't ship to Canada! It's probably the tariffs. It's gotta be, right? I blame fucking everything on the tariffs. My Magic the Gathering cards are more expensive. I mean, that actually is because of the tariffs. But Taco Bell not shipping to Canada, it's gotta be. Pescatarian, their veggie menu slaps. Really? I would not have expected that. That's kind of awesome. I've heard Wendy's also has a pretty good veggie menu. Is Wendy's a thing in the States? This is worth Googling. Wendy's USA. Yeah, it's totally a thing in the US. I've heard Wendy's is pretty good for vegetarian or pescatarian needs because it's got really good salads. And I have had their taco salad before, and it's quite nice. Beans and cheese and rice is hard to fuck up. Bad beans are awful, but I can see that being hard to fuck up. Okay, I think we've taken this one on the left every time. We're going to go to the right now. This has got to be it. We did it. Go to Wendy's when I want to save money. I don't usually eat out for this purpose of saving money, even if it's fast food. I think my most visited like fast food place is probably Subway. Because I like sandwiches a lot. They don't feel too unhealthy. I've been getting like turkey breast as a base. Their menu has like 400 things on it. I don't even look at it. I've been ordering turkey breast on white with no cheese toasted. And the same list of toppings since I was like 7. I've literally had the staff ask me, you don't want anything with it? You don't want like a turkey bacon ranch or like a clubhouse or anything? And I'm like, no. The turkey breast is like $5.50, okay? Everything else is like $8. Okay, team check. Flannery's about to close the gym. Oh my god. I am the customer who comes in at... I guess I'm the customer who came in at like noon and then walked in circles checking out the merchandise for 4.5 hours, and now it's 4:30 and they want to get help with something, huh? Rost, Adamant, Striker... Oh god, this reordering my list mix is so much easier. Horsepower, Double Kick, Heavy Slam, Rock Slide, Blitz, Sneak, Claw, Willow, Flash Fire, Jolly Cherry Berry, Fairy, Feather, Modest, Liquid Voice, Hidden Power, Rock, Aqua Jet, Hyper Voice, Moonblast, Rap, Crunch, Firelash, X Scissor, Rap! See, Centiscorch is in the mood for Taco Bell. They do raps, don't they? What's your fave MTG format? Oh man, this is a loaded question. Let me finish my team scroll. Flash Fire, Air Balloon, Adamants, Dugong, Chesto, Sassy, Ice Scales, Rest, Ice Beam, Scald, HP Dragon, Hurricane, Hydro, Flip Turn, Roost, No Guard, Mystic Water, and Modest. So my favorite Magic format has changed a lot over the years. When I started playing, I started like most people do with Kitchen Table, and then I went into Modern. Well before the Horizon sets. This is probably like 2016, 2017. Like when Old School Jund looked like Old School Jund, if that means anything to you. I played a lot of Mono Black Devotion or Black Splashing White. I like Black White Midrange. That's probably my favorite archetype. That was never a good deck really in Modern when I was playing, but got a little better when Stoneforge got unbanned. Modern Horizons 1, I kept playing Modern. By Modern Horizons 2, I was pretty much priced out of the format. I didn't bother playing that anymore, and then Pioneer got announced. So I switched to playing Pioneer for a while, and then the format got rather stale, in my opinion. My LGS basically stopped having Pioneer Nights go. I live in a student area, so a lot of the LGS attendees are students, so they allow 10 proxies even to Modern Nights, and most people play that. So they have like Modern Nights on Thursdays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I can't remember. Standard is the other one, and then Commander is Friday. So I've been playing Commander pretty much the entire time, so that became my main format for a while, just because it was more accessible. I wasn't as into the 60 card formats. Despite, like, I do love 60 card play. I built a cube a little while ago. I've been playing cube more with my friends lately, but I would say my main format is probably Commander these days. Though I do like 60 card. Occasionally there's a new set, like, I think last spring I went and played a shitload of Dimir Rogues in Pioneer, which was a blast. I like a lot of formats. I think I like Legacy a lot, but I don't play on MTGO, and I'm not buying the cards in paper. It's actually crazy how few good Jirachi cards there are. Huh! I've played a little bit of the Pokemon TCG, but I don't know it in much detail. This is probably enough stalling, so we're going to talk to Flannery. I love her opener. Also, like, 10-year-old Paki, or however old I was when I first played this game, thought Flannery was cool as shit. Staring at you confused, yeah. She shall demonstrate the hot moves we have honed on this land. If any of you are big Commander fans, I have a primer you can read if you want. If you're not sick of me yabbering, my wife is laughing in the background. Look at this 10k views. I'm so proud of this. This has taken me like a year and a half of maintenance. And then just like, ready? Yeah, we just scroll and it just keeps going and it just keeps going and we're talking about cards and there's statistics. Look at the size of this scroll bar, holy shit. Yeah, we got sample mulligans, we got budget options, we got change logs. So yeah, I'm a pretty big MTG nerd, to be honest. It's one of my main hobbies. Drop the link, sure. Self-advertising, here you go. Boris Orzhov stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is Orzhov Aristocrats that tries to win without any combos. It's probably at the high end of bracket 3, if that means anything to you. It can very reliably present a game-winning state between turns 7 and 9. 7 if it's not interacted with. Goldfishing, the earliest it can win is maybe turn 5, but that's a rarity. It's very much a strong, reliable turn 7 to 9 deck without the infinite loops. It used to run those, and I just kind of got bored of running them. I've been playing this deck for like 8 or 9 years now, so it has evolved a lot, and I've played it a lot. Okay, locking into Magic mode, or not into Magic mode? No. Locking into Pokemon mode. We have a fight to try to win. Do I have the most yammering tangent-packed Nuzlocke streams, or what? Jesus Christ. Locking in, alright. So turn 1, the opener is the only thing that is super locked in stone. We have a locked in stone line if I don't get Hasbad odds to try to clear this without PP stalling. depending on how much we have to deviate from this will determine how much stuff we have to try to stall. But we live any crit here, we just high horsepower and one-shot the Ninetales. Should bait... Oh, fuck. Let me get my save. I was about to go double check a calc and... Whoopsie. Mudsdale, Saraledge is in here somewhere. Dugong, Swana. There's another water type. Primarina and Scentscorch. Alright. Should bait Inferno. This is Maxi. Ninetales? Spelling? Hello? That sounded like an Infernape. Okay. It did in fact sound like an Infernape. So this is going to be Flare Blitz, because it's the only thing that regular Infernape sees as a chance to one-shot my Mudsdale. And we're going to go hard Saraledge. Absorb the Flare Blitz. And we get to look at a pretty wild damage calc. So this is Mega Infernape now. Crazy stats, holy. I know the 3 most broken ones in the game are all monkeys, but wild. So this Saraledge, with Sun Boost and Flash Fire Boost. So like, outside of Sun, Flash Fire, this is like a 3-hit KO. But in the Sun with Flash Fire, we're looking for this 79 to 90%. We would like this to be decisively such that Shadow Sneak always one-shots. So we don't need that much more damage, to be honest. Like, even 80% that's always dead. The reason that we're taking this approach is, again, being a little more conservative. I'm okay PP stalling this fight if we have to. And that lets us rock a Cherry Berry, so that the only thing it can do is T-Punch. We can tank any crit T-Punch, and Para doesn't stop this from happening. I've also checked the damage on crit T-Punch plus max roll. If we crit Flare Blitz with recoil, we still don't die. We live with like a 5th or a little bit less health. So this is very safe. The Infernape here should be able to switch into Walking Wake, which is fine. We got plans for Walking Wake. Saraledge is largely our answer to this, and if it's not going to be using one of these moves, we could go into Mudsdale if we're predicting a T-Punch, and that lets us go back into Saraledge. So this is where the loop would go. Both low rolls would kill regardless. No, it's actually, I think, slightly off. Flare Blitz is 110 minimum. Shadow Sneak is 33. So 143. Oh, look at that! It's exactsies. We don't even need a roll. Nice. I must have read one of the numbers wrong. Or maybe I read some... Yeah. Nice. Oh, I mean, what I probably did is I read this as 100. And I saw this was 133. That's nice. Exact lethal. So yeah, look at that. If he stays in, he's dead. Nice. Nice. This just reduces the chances that we have to pull PP stalling shenanigans later. And again, it doesn't matter if he got the para there or the crit. Where you're never dead to crit plus recoil, and we have Cherry Berry for paralysis. I've watched Lion get wrecked by getting a Starmie paralyzed by T-Punch on Brawly one too many times. And there goes Ape. This probably baits in Wake now. If it didn't do it with the first has bad odds. Got that Scarf, outspeed in one shot with Steam Eruption. Oh, it baits Scovillain. I guess that makes more sense. It's later in the party, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter which of these two. I didn't go into this too much detail because whichever one of these it is, they're the only two that can one shot it from this range and outspeed reliably. This is probably better to get first, just to get it out of the way. So this is where we get to kind of show off our Air Balloon Scentscorch. He's going to be going for Scorching Sands on the Saraledge. And Scentscorch walls this thing, like, way into next week. Very funny. Check out this damage. Check out this crit damage. It's a 6-hit KO with crits. Just insanity. We do not have a Flash Fire boost, so we're not going to one-shot with this Fire Lash, but we will two-shot. He's Sunny Days? What? Is the damage that bad? What the heck? Hold on a moment, what? This Scoville knows something I don't? So it should get -8 here. Because the weather is already sun. It's not a double. It shouldn't set sun, so it won't get score increase there. This is not a force setup trainer. It's not an HP over trainer. It doesn't get this bonus because it is sun. So this sun has a score modifier of -8. So this Giga Drain is somehow so shit that it has a -8 modifier? That sounds like a bug. He wants his score back. I don't have Liquid Ooze. He does not have a big root. Okay, so it's not from that. It must just be from the typing comparison. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to... Let me make a note to myself. Why did the Scovillain use Sunny Day instead of Giga Drain? Fun thing about doing my own playthrough is I just make more work for myself. It obviously doesn't matter if he's not getting a 6-hit KO with crits. This is a 10 to a 9 to 8 to 9 hit KO, something like that. So he's just gonna die. Not a big deal. Centiscorch seems to be the best Scoville. Air Balloon Centiscorch seems to be like the best Scovillain wall available to you in the game up to this point, I think. Or vague pins? Heck yeah. I mean, most of the pins in that channel are work for me rather than for Iro. And now we get the Walking Wake. This makes sense. It's the only thing that can really easily deal with Centiscorch. Centiscorch, as it turns out, has a pretty good matchup into basically the entire team. So again, if we end up having to go for more PP stally lines, or if we get crit or something, he is able to wall so much so effectively. Like, look at him into this Torkoal. It's just disgusting, right? Like, all it can do is explode. It doesn't matter if he's critting solar beams every turn. It just does no damage. This guy is an incredible, incredible mon into this trainer. Very happy to have gotten it for exactly Flannery. Wasn't expecting it to be so good. Keep Sizzlipede until you finish Chimney, and then evolve it into this, and it will put in work into Flannery for you, looks like. So our Wake switch-in is Primarina. We can tank the Hydro Steams and Moonblast. There are some rolls of Hydro Steam crit that go to 52. So if we get Hydro Steam crit on the switch-in above half, like if we get a high roll crit, we're then risking a second high roll crit. And then the plan becomes, we go through Dugong, he's stuck Hydro Steaming, we can get there with Ice Beams. Actually, I'm not sure if I even still have Ice Beam on it. But HP Dragon is the same idea. It'll be, this is a guaranteed 4-shot, this is a guaranteed 4-shot. And Dugong has rest. So if we get a high roll crit on the switch in here, we have to be more patient about it. And then this can also switch out into Rotom on the Dugong, so it gets a little stallier again. But if we don't get exactly high roll crit on the switch in here, Primarina is very safe to just sit here for another turn and one-shot with Moonblast. Alt C shows all enemy attack crit rolls in the calc. Holy crap! Let's watch this for a moment. No crits, so we're good. Alt C. Oh, that's so good. Are there any other sick hotkeys for this that I should be aware of? That's awesome. Assume I'm aware of nothing. Like, this is my first Nuzlocke. I don't know any of the hidden tech. Also, the reason Primarina is Hidden Power Rock is because it just barely scares out Rotom. For toggling mons because it doesn't auto toggle off. Okay, good to know. That's fantastic. I love me a good hotkey. This one-shot range is why we're running Fairy Feather. Primarina also a super good mon into this fight. I'm not sure how I would have dealt with the Walking Wake without it. It probably would have had to be more of a stally line through Dugong, or probably more likely, I just don't bring the Primarina at all. I bring Clodsire, which has got that Water Absorb. So whatever this locks into, like, we're fine. But Unnecessary worked out nicely because we got the Primarina. Okay, so I had folks are asking about how we're doing the Rotom. So this baits Thunderbolt. So we go into Mudsdale. We're not stalling at the Rotom, I promise. Unless something goes horribly wrong with Dugong. His only attacking moves are Overheat and Will-O-Wisp. From this range, does he see kill with Overheat? He does! Perfect. This is what we want. We want him to Overheat on the Dugong switch. Torkoal has White Herb, Rotom does not. So now he's sitting here at -2. And -2 Thunderbolts into Dugong don't do very much damage at all. Now, if he crits a Thunderbolt, it can go up to just over half. So we have to be very careful with our HP range to make sure that this doesn't happen. Sorry, not that it doesn't happen, but that it doesn't kill us. But as long as we play around that, Dugong can two-shot this with Scald. 124... Actually, two-shot assuming Sun is down. I can't... now I've lost track of whether Sun is down or not, but if it's not down, it's fine. We can just sit here and rest off. So 124, it's 78%. Max roll is 30, which would take me down to 94, which is 59. So we can tank any crit T-Bolt next turn. Which is great. It means we can Scald here. Sun is down, nice. I'm pretty sure I counted that up when I was planning the line earlier, but it doesn't really matter. So we're at 60. We still tank any crit T-Bolts? Yes, we do. Super nice. I think we're going to take this opportunity to rest, just so that our Dugong is maximally healthy in case we need it. We are rocking Chesto, still no crit though. Again, we're safe if that is a crit, don't really care. And we take so little damage from the non-crits that statistically we're likely to end up on a pretty high health total. If you right-click an enemy mon in the party, view it. Oh right, I did learn about that also. Let's actually do that. This one's dead, this one's dead, this one's dead, this one's dead. Oh right, he's only got Torkoal left. Super sweet. So now we should kill the Rotom with Scald. Doesn't matter if this is a crit. If it's a crit plus paralysis, we probably have to switch out. Okay, it's not. We're fine. Pocky, oh, nice to see you, Michael. You tuned in at exactly the right time to finish watching a PP stall free Flannery. Indeed. Here's to it. Thank you for the attendance. I hope your D&D session's going well. I hope all the notes paid off and your review last night. I hope your IRL fight preps went well. Okay, so last mon is Torkoal. So he's solar beaming into this Dugong. Probably, it might be Overheat. This Centiskorch, remember I was saying is a little stupid into this Torkoal? Well, we're gonna go Centiskorch into the Torkoal. Check out the VOD. Centiskorch puts in work, dude. It's really awesome. Are you ready to see this solar beam damage? I'm ready to see this solar beam damage. Ah, oh, look at that. We lose the air balloon. We don't care. I think I'm actually just going to sit in. So the plan is that we can just sit here and stall out Sun turns, and then Swanna can come in on any crit. And as long as Sun is down, it one-shots with Hydro Pump. He can't explode because it's the last mon. This looks like it's not actually going to be needed in this line, which is nice. Might be this is going to be a little slow, probably. Oh, there is a crit. But we'll get there eventually. The question is, does he start spamming Overheats into Centiskorch? He spams Earth Power. Because I don't have Air Balloon now. Ah, the Spadef drops. I guess we're going to have to be careful and then do our standard stall. Actually, if he's Earth Powering, I can just go into Swanna now. Don't even need to check. And then doesn't matter what he does on Swanna, we're going to go back to Centiskorch. And again, we don't actually care about his PP. We're just stalling out the Sun so we can safely kill it with a Hydro Pump once Sun is gone. Look at that solar beam damage. I think had I gone into... I wonder if there's a way that I could have done this without needing to pop air balloon that would have been cleaner. I probably could have gone Swanna on the solar beam. Swanna would have baited fire move, which goes into Centiscorch, it takes no damage, and then loops that way. And Centiscorch would never get hit. But it'd result in the same... It'd end up in the same result. Of just casually switching between these two mons until our Swanna can KO. I could probably stay in and get another Fire Lash for the defense drop, and then I'd put it in Hydro range anyway, but I did not see the sun! Nice. I guess we could have done this a while ago, because it's a 2-shot and Swanna lives any crit. Whatever, maybe the ending was a bit sloppy. I mean, the single Torkoal is not super scary. But there we go. I can't take full credit for that. Her has not... particularly the Infernape dying early. I think this Infernape I would have had to PP stall if I didn't get the kill with Ceruledge early there. And it's not difficult to do because, Ceruledge takes these 3 and Mudsdale takes this one, but it does force the fight into some degree of PP stalling. So I think the biggest thing that helped it not be that was just the Infernape dying right away, but this team, like Mudsdale, Ceruledge, Dugong, Centiscorch, I think you could find swaps for Primarina. You could definitely find swaps for Swanna. Those 4 mons are really, really good. It's super cool to find a use for Centiscorch this early after getting it. Overheat, very nice. Will-O-Wisp, also nice. Heat Crash. That's cool. That's like Heavy Slam but fire, right? Heat Wave is like Flamethrower, but I can never click it because it doesn't have full accuracy. I get the Flare Blitz TM now. Holy shit. Even through my favorite Megastone. Very cool. 56. Big level cap swing. Doesn't it have 100 in this? I don't know. I'll check after the cutscene. He gives me the goggles here, right? Great timing. Oh, I also get the Mega Ring here. I forgot. Sick. And the goggles. And the safety goggles. Never have too many goggles. That's a great line. Fair fight, you just had to challenge him. Okay, great. Told me he was going to give you the HM, so he accidentally dropped it on the desert. Okay. So this is where we get to pick our route a little bit. Let's first take a quick look at Heat Wave. It's in here somewhere. There's Heat Crash. User is heavier, okay. Yeah, 9590, so probably not usable. It just has to be Flamethrower instead. That's pretty sweet. Before I forget, I believe the NPC in Fall Arbor now also gives us a pile of TMs. I know you have to do the Trick House before Norman, but I'm pretty sure we get to do... Shit. We can do Windstraits if we want, we can do Maylene if we want, and we can do the Desert before Norman if we want. This is the Shard guy, that's not who I want. The TM guy. Do you get anything good here? Dragon Claw, Thunder, Teleport, Fire Blast, Poltergeist, Thunder. Dragon Claw's nice. Iron Head is super nice. Liquidation, Hydro Pump, Drill Run. Oh wow. Blaze Kick, Zen Headbutt, Weather Ball, Air Slash, Hex Mystic. Holy crap! Power Jam, Knock Off, and Power Jam. Rock Blast and Foul Play. They just keep going! Holy crap! And Play RF. Okay, this is the split that Mega Mawile gets good, because we get Knock Off, Sucker, Iron Head, Play RF. And the Mawilite. So I want to try to do Windstraits pretty early, I think. You can do Mirage and Desert Underpass encounters. What is the Desert Underpass? Oh, is that the digging guy's house? I think Mirage I was gonna wait on, right? Because that's got some of the Paradox mods. Yeah, this has a pile of the Paradox mods. And I think I'm gonna wait till I'm closer to the Elite Four. So if there's anything I want, like if I want Iron Hands, I can Magnet Pull for it. If I want Iron Moth, is this the one that I can Flash Fire for? I get the names of all of these really confused. Slitherwing, I think this is what I can Flash Fire for. I think Sandy Shock's I can Static for. Bless you, sweetie. The real hit is Pachirisu, right? Who doesn't want a Pachirisu? I love Pumpkaboo. I love the name Pumpkaboo. Cool, mon. Need to pick up a fossil from Mirage Tower first to open Underpass. What is in Underpass? Oh, it's just all the fossil mons. I don't think we can bait Shieldon if we want. We can bait Arctozolt if we want. I don't know that either of those are super worth baiting. Maybe that's super wrong. Electric Ice. It's kind of slow, though, and like I'm never going to be in Hail because I don't have the ability for Hail. Oh, it's a Volt Absorber, though. That's cool. Oh. Shieldon is amazing. Okay. Does it and Bastiodon have Sturdy? I did miss. They don't have Sturdy. What is this? Raises wow. Okay, this one is super thick. I think I have a little bit of a warped perception because it dies to, I think, a stiff breeze of these three types of moves, which are very commonplace, but maybe that's really good. Maybe that's the fact that it baits 4x weaknesses is nice for doubles and stuff. And otherwise, it's just going to be impenetrable. Oh, it gets Detect? Just Detect in this typing might be good enough. It's never going to do any damage. That probably doesn't matter. This gets Metal Burst, right? Or Counter, one of the two. Oh, Body Press, that'll do damage. Does this use your base defense stat? Or just your, like it scales with plus defense? I think it uses base defense, right? Because that'd be great. That'd be a big move. And it does get Metal Burst. See, it's Koga's Mega Rocks with a Rindo Berry. Okay, very cool. I wonder if this is worth magnet pulling for then. Counter too, super nice. So it'd be a great focus sash mon. Has Detect, really good at baiting stuff. That's pretty interesting. My thing is on. Repel's on, right? Okay. Let's go see if I have access to it. Okay, so I have to go find a fossil. Can I go get a fossil without triggering my Mirage Tower encounter? Because I don't want to trigger my Mirage Tower encounter. Like, is anything forced here? Am I going to have to do, like, a mini-boss or something? Or can I just, like, walk through the whole thing, get my fossil, and leave? You don't have to do an encounter. Okay, cool. And if there aren't any mini-bosses in the way or whatever, I think we will go do that. And then what I would like to do, we get to move to the next split tab. Oh, man, where did I have too many DMs with Iriv now for being able to find this sheet easily, so I've pinned it. There we go. We get to move to Norman splits. Oh, okay, so it does have you doing Sand before Norman. Another Draco's ult. Bolt Beak Abuse, maybe? Part 2? Is this on a Rindo Berry? It's not. That's good to know. There's the prize, the Mega Mawile right there, except This Swords Dance is unfortunately illegal. I was going to... I think I checked yesterday, and Maylene is in the last split for some reason. Tate and Liza split? Where the heck is Maylene? She's somewhere. May. Oh. Nope. Nope. Oh, this is actual May. Crap. Maylene? Maylene, here we go. She's in the one split for some reason. I'd really like to try to do this, I think. So I have access to that Lucarianite, and then I immediately do Wind Straight. And then I'll have access to... I wrote down with Michael on yesterday? Not this sheet. Not this sheet. This sheet. So, I have a Gengar, currently, which can now be Mega Gengar, which is great. And then I get access to 5 Megas from doing the Wind Straights. One of which is Mawile, and another of which is Slowbro, which seems huge. I know Maylene is like right next to me. I can do her whenever I want. I think I want to prioritize trying to do her first, so I have access to these other Megas for the rest of Desert. The only one that's has to wait really is Gyarados, but I think this is the next fight I'd like to do. But well, let's go get the fossil encounter. That sounds fun. I should probably level my homies up first. At least the guys in my party. So we can run away from things, if nothing else. Oh no, we'll have the repel on. I guess, whatever. In case I walk into a trainer, I'd rather not just get killed. I think we're starting to get out of the range of learning new moves for most Mons, though. Some of them probably have 1 or 2 left. So I guess the order then is typically, or at least for me, I think it's probably going to be Maylene into Wind Straights, into Sand, into Norman. But I think the order of Sand versus Norman is like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. So if the Sand double looks a little scary and I want like a new move for it or something that Norman gives me, I can go do him first, perhaps. Norman is the only split for this, right? Or like level change? Yeah. Oh, pre-Trick House. So you could do the Sand before or after Trick House, I see. Forgot entirely that was a thing. God, there's a lot of fights here with not a lot of break in between, huh? Very few encounters, not a lot of levels, just like, go do a pile of fights. This is the mid-game slog, I suppose, right? Hydro Pump, that's nice. Oh, I missed Ghosty trying to get through Fantina. I don't think he's still here probably, but best of luck if you are. Mega Kick. I can't take the 75 accuracy. Unfortunate. It's a cool move. Psycho Cut. I don't think we're taking that right now, but that's cool. Good coverage. Oh, we get the Bitter Blade now, right? That's like a crazy good move, I think. I'm gonna have to read what it does. I've just seen it on everybody's Sarah Ledges. 90 absorbs half the damage inflicted. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. Actually, I don't think we saw Primarina's follower. Maybe we did, and I'm forgetting. I know we saw the other 2 evolutions. Man, that is an amazing follower. I don't think we did look at this. She looks great. Okay. Double checking that the rappel is on. Triple checking that the rappel is on. Tower is over here somewhere? Oh, this is the thing that only shows up sometimes, isn't it? So I have to go reload the route now, I think. Wait, can I just run to the left? I think this is a new route, right? Yeah. Or is it on, like, day cycles? Oh, no, there it is. We did it. Rappel is on. I think that's 3 checks. Might be 4, though. Bicycle. Oh, man, I loved these as a kid so much. I used to go up Sky Pillar, among many other things, in this game when I was kind of bored. Where's the mock bike? I'm a practiced mock bike user. I may have taken half an hour in that Flannery gym, but I do like mock bike puzzles. So it doesn't matter which one of these I take, right? Because I don't get an encounter from either of them. Wait, does the tower go away forever now? Do I not get a Mirage Tower encounter? You can respawn it. Okay. Goodness. I've just panicked so hard. We're going to make sure that is the case. You have to save and reload the ROM. Oh boy. In that case, we'll just do that later. Oh, there's a TM right there. No, it's whatever. Let's go grab our fossil. If you guys are saying that, I'm assuming this is like what the average runner does, is they go get their fossil and they delay Mirage Tower, so I will just trust that you guys are correct. So, we have the shield on his great review. I still haven't pulled it? Okay, cool. Underpass? Here we go. What else can we bait other than shield on? I think it's just shield on. We could do Arctozolt. I don't think that excites me very much. What is Dracozolt? That sounds like a lightning type. Oh, this is the same thing. What is Arctozolt? These are not the same Pokemon. What? Huh. Look at that. You also think shield on, okay. In that case, I think we'll just Magnet pull for it. I'll trust your judgment rather than having to look up like 8 mons. Most of the fossils seem kind of underwhelming. Omastar is always cool. Like, something for the rain route would be neat, but I already have this completely, totally not garbage at all mon for the rain route. so to use as an eject button, and I guess also it has Swift Swim. He's done a lot of nothing for you so far. It's random anyways. Let's fucking go for it. We miss anyways. Good grief. Now this looks like an eject button. It baits like a shitload of moves in doubles, right? Because it dies to Stiff Breeze. That's nice. Mora? There we go. Can't be using that snow warning, so it's refrigerate. This would be really cool with snow warning, alas. Boom burst, refrigerate or boom burst is like that's not nothing, I guess. It gets Diamond Storm? Did I not scroll down far enough? Holy shit, hang on a minute. I can't use Aurora Veil, right? That's banned? It needs to be hailing anyways, and I can't use weather moves, so this is bad. But Diamond Storm gets Encore? It's not fast at all though, right? No. That's interesting. Maybe we'll find a use for this. It looks like a bench warmer to me. But maybe we'll find a use for it. It's probably not a bad Assault Vest mod when I get that eventually. Just Refrigerate Boom Burst by itself looks like quite a lot of damage. What do we nickname it? Flippy. Alright, I think we're due for a percentage hit. Right. We hit Mawile. We hit Tinkaton. We missed Shieldon. We missed Aegislash / Ferrothorn. We missed Kingambit. This is actually a really nice follower sprite, I think. Very, very cute. The colors are pretty much perfect. Let's see the big one. Does this thing have a ludicrous HP stat? Yeah, it does. That's kind of nice. Yeah, Gambit would have been nice. Do not need to be convinced of that. That's for sure. I'm a little worried about these slow ice mons that I keep getting. I would really prefer to not get more slow ice mons. Feel like we have sufficient slow ice mons, you know? Light screen's probably better than something. But I think we are now encounter frozen for a while. We can hatch a grass egg or an EV if we need to. And how do you evolve this thing? Hang on, what? There's just an arrow. Level 39 is night. I'm just like assuming it's a level, monologuing. There we go. I'm probably gonna end up fishing for a specific paradox later, is what I suspect, so unless I need it, I'll probably delay it. And I have Lava Ridge Egg, I can do either EV or Grass there if I want one of the two. But I think otherwise we're stuck on encounters until we're done with Norman Split, which will be a while. Let's make sure this thing has the ability that is legal before I accidentally toss it into a wild encounter and get disqualified. Refrigerate, we're good. Boom Burst, yes please. Give me the biggest, baddest, iciest move. Boom Burst probably just beats Freeze Dry even resisted, right? Like, it's literally double the damage. Let's just leave Boom Burst on it, and we'll give it Freeze Dry as needed. I think Light Screen is a good thing to have on there, just so I remember it has it. Norman Split's by far the longest? Okay. It seems like the sloggiest one with, like, the least amount of breaks around it. That's for sure. And I think I got Power Gem, didn't I? $133. Look at this just wall. 133. Trick House is a mega slogfest. Ah, okay. I definitely could see it punishing the sacking, for sure, with so little new resources. It's interesting to me that Boom Burst shows as normal here, but for Pre-Marina, did I put Pre-Marina in the box? Pre-Marina's sound moves show as being changed. Boom Burst does not show as being changed. Wait, this is level 55 still? Fuck. So speaking of fights that this Aurorus is not going to come to, pull up Maylene. Oh, this sprite looks cute as heck too. It's a little smaller than I expected, but very cute. They packed a lot of detail into not a lot of sprite. Such a cute little dinosaur. Okay, so we'd like to unlock all of our megas before we do the huge amount of battles here, if possible. I'm going to put everything to 56 so I can see the moves. This may be a little bit boring, apologies. I should already be on your second monitor, but if I'm not, this is the time to put me on it. Once these all get to 56, I'll re-import the save and see if we can do a Maylene prep. I would love to get through Maylene tonight. This is the kind of thing I would love to do off-stream, but whole playthrough's got to be on-stream, so. I probably don't need to level up things like this bear deck or whatever, but you never know when weird shit will come up, I guess, so we'll be thorough. So into this Maylene, I'm thinking that Mega Gengar is probably going to have to put in some work. Slowbro might put in some work. Let's scope out while we're mashing. Slowbro might put in some work to this Knackle stack. What is that? Is what this thing called? No, this one's a Garganical? I don't know. This is that thing. This makes it immune to like a bunch of shit, right? I think including ghost types. This mon is just super annoying to kill. Pangoro. We got some amount of type diversity. Looks like fighting is gonna do fighting type would do really well here. It's a darn shame I don't really have fighting types. I guess I have Lucario, but it's not gonna outspeed much. Crunch on Drapion. That's probably just worse than these two moves. But I guess we don't have guaranteed crit yet, so we'll just chuck Light Slash. Cerulege is great in this fight. Oh, that makes sense, because you can just juke all of the fighting moves. I guess it's the same sort of reason that Gengar is so good. I think Fell Stinger is banned. It's actually maybe a decent Drapion fight. It can tank the Dark-type moves really well. Actually, it might be a better Kingler fight. Kingler can probably beat the Knuckle Stack. What move is this? Rain Dance. That's banned. Yeah, it definitely can. I'm actually kind of hoping it does some nuking with Psychic. Like, this Meloetta clicking Relic Song is not great, I think, right? Because then it turns into this Meloetta? Maybe this is a better Meloetta, but then something had to eat a Relic Song. And I know this can put shit to sleep, because I had to program it's working properly with Sleep Claws. So maybe the answer is, like if we just stick Gengar in front of it with Psychic. Yeah, Gengar, if regular Gengar barely dies to a crit, Mega Gengar definitely won't. And then Mega Gengar would outspeed two-shot and not get two-shot. It might be a clean way of just, like, immediately getting rid of this Meloetta. Having thought about it for, like, 2 seconds. Don't forget Relic Song has sleep chance. Have not forgotten. I guess the alternative is you just do a Chesto Berry lead. So, how does this move work? Like, she clicks Relic Song, it has the sleep chance, and then it immediately transforms. And because she's going to be faster than me with this 128 speed, I'm attacking into regular Meloetta, right? So if I lead, let's say, Drapion, just to pick something, she either Relic Songs or Drain Punch, probably Relic Song. Let's say, hypothetically, she Relic Songs here. Do I go for Dark-type attack, like Knockoff, on the transformation? Is that how that ability works? Because that would be really cool. Let's actually check Mega Gengar. At level... I guess we're going to be 56. 50... God damn it, 56! So hard! And then this is 56. And we're going to have... Psychic. So Mega Gengar here doesn't die to a Psychic crit, but does take an enormous amount of damage. Modest? Can't do Twisted Spoon, unfortunately, so Psychic never one-shots. So we can always win this 1v1, but then our Gengar has pretty much no health to be used for the rest of it. Gengar might actually not be that good into the rest of it. It's probably good into this. Doesn't do anything into Pangoro, just dies. Not so good into the Knuckle Stack. Pretty good into the... I guess dies a Flash Cannon. Dies to Dragon Pulse, but it does outspeed this. I don't think I have any way of one-shotting it, though. Same here. So I guess... good for this one, good for, like, just getting rid of the Meloetta initially. Does it die to Doomblade? It certainly seems to. We're showing as level 100? Oh. Still not great. Still not great. Like, I can't beat this after beating the Meloetta. I guess I can come in on a fighting move and then beat it 1v1? Like, the Gengar, I think, is definitely coming. Like, worst case, it just beats the Meloetta and nothing can switch in, I don't think. Where was I? First row? Yeah. Unfortunately, don't think Berdic is going to make an appearance here. Slowbro might. There's a lot of dark... Like, there's a lot of Slowbro facing coverage. Actually, is Meganium really good here? This might be a great Meganium fight. Look at that! Wow. This is impressive. We just priority one-shot the Pangoro? That's pretty cool. Two-shot the Garganical, taking basically no damage. Oh man, Meganium might put in work. Might put in serious work. It can't deal with the two steel types at the end. Meganium was my starter. I haven't actually hatched my grass egg yet. Holy shit, can it beat the Meloette? I guess it can't because I can get put to sleep, because I gotta be running Pixie Plate to be able to wreck the Pangoro, and I think that's important. Hang on, I don't even need to one-shot it with Draining Kiss priority, because I outspeed it naturally. Meganium beats like 4 of the Mons on this team, I think. So if we give it a chest, though, so we can open with it. We're going to get outsped. It's going to go into this Meloetta, which is worse. I probably don't want to use Meganium on the opener, because it can't deal with the normal Psychic nearly as well. Like, I could Draining Kiss on the opener here, and that's like, okay. Probably want a different opener. Like, Dazzling Gleam would be great if it stays in this form, which it won't. Yeah, I think this like, exactly this moveset looks like it'll do really well. I do outspeed Gambit. I don't die to Sucker. What does Hidden Power Fighting look like? Not quite good enough. That's understandable. So, Meganium probably deals with these 3 Mons. That's definitely coming. Very exciting. Haven't used Meganium in a little bit. Not so good into the Hail Root. Or the, fire type sequence, as one might expect. I think I was here? Yeah. So Meganium Gengar are looking good. We need something for Gambit and Lucario. Which is where the lack of having a fighting type is kind of rough. Which I still don't have. I was hoping to crack one with a fire egg. Cinderace? Can't switch in. Can't one-shot either. Double kick? Wow, double kick doesn't one-shot. Jesus. Ceruledge matches up pretty well into Lucario with Bitterblade. Oh, I think my levels might be fucked. Yeah, 56 with double kick. No dice, but Pyro Ball is. So you can outspeed this and Pyro Ball. We can outspeed the Lucario and Pyro Ball. I'm surprised it does... Oh, this is level 100. Hang on. Hang on! We have to take Sucker Punch crit plus Vacuum Wave crit. 59... 70. Okay. Can't take Vacuum Wave crit plus Sucker Punch crit. Sucker Punch naturally can just kill me? This is probably not safe. Probably not safe into the Gambit. Given the Sucker Punch rolls. And I think I need to be jolly to outspeed the Lucario. Let's see. What if I go Adamant? Yeah, okay. Can I switch in on any crit on this too? Yes, but then I can't take the Vacuum Wave. I'm not sure if Cinderace is the right mon for this task, but it's definitely interesting. Man, I wish I had a fight. Is there any point that I can, like, try to force a fighting type? I've been wanting one of those since, like, the Aqua back-to-back, and it just hasn't come up. I guess Berdic is technically a fighting type, but Christ. let's just see the Berdic matchup, shall we? That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Triage was changed. Wow. Meganium, I've mixed feelings from it for the casual run. It was really useful for a bunch of mid-game fights, and it falls off pretty hard in the late game because it never gets anything better than Draining Kiss. Giga Drain stays good the whole time. Draining Kiss being base power 50 eventually starts to bite you. And it never gets Moonblast, it's stuck with Dazzling Gleam. So it ends up trading off poorly into some of the like super high statted legendaries near the end of the game. But it served really well through the early game and the mid game. Hydro Steam. Can we bring Camera up? I really want to bring Camera up to something. It's so cool. How does Camera up look? Camera Update we do not have yet, right? Get rid of Flannery now. Camera Update is Wind Straits. Camera Up dies to some Sucker Punch crits. It probably doesn't Sucker Punch because it outspeeds. It probably goes for knockoff. And then I kill with some rolls? Can't switch in though. Wow. Oh, this is level 100 still. Right. Can't switch into this either. But it's so cool. I love this one. Please put the full Supreme Overlord boost on the Gambit. 5 allies fainted. Oh, is she also an ace trainer? Hang on. S party Maylene? Do I need an underscore in here? I haven't used this formatting in a while. Irev's using a bit of an older format for his trainer parties. Ace Pokemon. Okay, so that's Lucario. No, it's Gambit. Okay, so Gambit has to come out last. That is good to know. Good to know. So if Gambit's coming out, that means the whole rest of the team is dead. So something has to switch into this, or the thing that I kill last has to also be able to kill this. I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell shit switches into this, right? With all allies fainted? Can the Goat Kingler do it? Christ. It just dies to knockoff, even if these are crits. Oh right, he can't get crit. Still dies to knockoff. And Stomping Tantrum doesn't get even close. Really want to get him with a special attacker, I guess. I don't care about Simisear. If it gets crit, like whatever. He can't take just a neutral Sucker Punch, though. How the fuck do you deal with this mon? Jesus Christ. Oh, there's my fighting type. So Lucario can't switch into knockoff. Or any crit. And it just dies to crit Sucker Punch. I can never kill with Vacuum Wave, I imagine. I'm level 47 still, hang on. Vacuum Wave still does not get there. But if he sees that he's dead to Aura Sphere, he'll probably Sucker Punch. So Vacuum Wave will just skip his Sucker Punch twice. I just can't switch in on Iron Head or Knockoff. And then I think we can probably just, the AI just will screw up its own Sucker Punching, I think. How's Primarina? Dies to Iron Head. Lives anything else? Does outspeed. Oh, dies to knockoff crit also. Does not one-shot with Moonblast. I can't imagine Hidden Power Fighting would do very much here either. Not enough. What if I have a black belt pre-Marina? Still not quite enough. So Gambit is the problematic mon here, I suppose. Galvanize Explosion? It's not like my Magnet Pull mon is actually Magnet Pulling anything. This man is too much fricking defense. Okay, Galvanize Explosion gets there, but we don't outspeed and we don't switch in. Rough. Oh, hang on! Ah, crap, there's actually no way Olive gets there because it's weak to Dark-type moves. This is my Fur Coat mon. Takes surprisingly reasonable amounts of damage, but it's never gonna actually get there. Mudsdale is kind of just generically beefy. So nothing is taking a crit, I don't think, of the wrong move. I feel like the only way to make this work is somehow getting Lucario in, and then the AI just sort of kills itself because it sees that it dies to priority. But I don't think that'll override just trying to kill me. Oh, but he doesn't see he can kill me. So he just sees that he's dying and Sucker Punches, and so Vacuum Wave will work. Make it see Sucker Punch and just abuse that to get a 2k with prior moves. Okay, good. That's what I'm thinking. Or that was exactly what I was thinking. I was about to ask, is this actually what works? Like, is this how people kill it, or is this not how the AI works? But happy to that'll save me looking up a bunch of shit. If the plan then is that we just have Lucario in against this somehow, we figure out how we're doing that. Is Crabhammer 100 accuracy in this? No. We figure out how we're doing that, and then we just Vacuum Wave twice to win. That works great. Hidden Power Corviknight is really spicy. I did run Hidden Power Water Corviknight not too long ago. I can't take crits either. Switch in. If I'm running no item, it can probably come in and tank a crit, and then outspeed, but die to Sucker Punch. So if we bait the Sucker Punch, we use like Roost or something, and then we Hidden Power Fighting the next turn. Oof, yeah, that's not getting anywhere close. Bait Ironhead and flip turn to Lucario. That's not a bad idea. I think that what also might be a good idea is, like, we'll start routing a line, and if the line is such that Lucario can kill the second last mon, and then this just comes out in on a Lucario that's already there, we don't have to worry about switching into it. Yeah, HP Dragon's super nice. I had a Floatzel with Hidden Power Dragon earlier. I have a Dugong with Hidden Power Dragon currently. This line? Yeah. So Gengar is coming. I guess I'm gonna have to toss the save save anyway. Gengar is gonna come. Lucario is definitely coming. Meganium is coming. It actually might be Gengar just to kill this thing. It depends what Gengar baits in afterwards. Can't be Gambit. We'll have to follow the logic once I'm done with the leveling a little bit, I think. Meganium does look super good here. Really happy with that. Oh, hang on. Golisopod is a living eject button. And it resists Dark-type moves. And it also resists Steel-type moves. HP Dragon Floatzel, yeah, it's super sweet tech. What is the mon I've already leveled here? This one? Yeah, okay. Technician Floatzel is really fun. So does Golisopod survive a hit against this? At level 56? Golisopod the GOAT! It even has an item. So Galissapod might just be worth a party slot in case something goes screwy. It can just come in and then you get immediately forced out. Although if it doesn't get crit, am I just screwed because it won't E-button? Why does crit knockoff do less? What am I looking at? Maybe these are crits? Oh, I see. Why are these red? Have I fucked the calc somehow? Perhaps. Let's finish our leveling so we can actually sit in this calc and not be distracted. I'm liking Gengar, Fickle Beam. This move seems so goofy. Sometimes twice as strong. Gengar, Meganium, Lucario have to come. It would probably be nice to have something extra for the Lilligant, but honestly I think my Meganium might just 1v1 it fine. We're gonna have to see how insulated the Meganium plan is from crits. Because I do really like it. Cinderace probably does decently here just as a fighting type with double kick and fire coverage. Hidden Power Ghost? Cinderace might be kind of spicy. Because it just gives it an immunity to fighting type moves spontaneously. And then that'll bait Sucker Punches. Is that actually a good idea? That might be a good idea. I don't think Togekiss is going to be super necessary here. I think it's really good into the Grassmon, but so many of the fighting types are Steel. And then there's just this big rock monster that, I don't know. Oh, Tink gets knockoff too, nice. Really is just like a utility Mawile rather than a damage Mawile. Very cool. Alright, 1 row plus 1 Mon to go. The nice thing about this being a long split is you don't have to do this very often. The slowest part. God, I love that Mawile sprite. So nice. I am a totally unbiased observer. My wife just scoffed in the background. I did hear that. Brave Bird? Probably not, but that's good to know. You ever need DPS Corviknight? It's 11:15. Oh, we easily have time to cook this Maylene fight. And maybe even start cooking win straights. I really want to get access to all those Megastones as early as possible. Sand Trick House, I don't care so much about what the order for that is. I guess Trick House has more rewards. Sand just has Surf. So probably Trick House first if I can swing it. It's not like the ability to swing it is going to get very different over time, I guess, because it's like the Mons don't change. And in that case, definitely, I think, Maylene into Win Straight, into Trick House, into Surf makes most sense. Hopefully some of these fights aren't quite as intense. I know the Trick House ones, there are a few really scary specific Mons, but if they're a little less intense, that means I get to do more preps on stream, which is funny. Lucario gets Heal Pulse? What the hell? What a supportive friend he is. Close combat. Oh, baby. This is the only this. Okay, so if the Gambit is the only Sucker Punch mon, nothing else has priority that can touch Gengar. So even if Gengar takes that huge hit from Psychic early, it's possible it can just come in with an immunity and threaten to one-shot something else because nothing else can priority kill it. Ion Deluge this is just the type changing one, right? Yeah, I've also written a bunch of tests for this with the Aerial 8 type abilities. Parabolic Charge. This is Volt Switch but better? No. Damages adjacent Pokemon, heals by half of it. Okay, that's cool. I think Dedenne used that against me once in Watson. Oh boy, okay, we got one Mon left. Then we toss the save into the calc. And we put on our chef hats. Ooh. So sad that you can't have Galvanized Double Edge at the same time as Rockhead. Maybe I'm greedy. Okay, save. Get rid of this nonsense. Grab save at 56. 56. Okay, we could just minimize this for a bit. Listen to some chill Lava Rage tunes. That makes sense. I think I used Klefki in my Poker Rogue run, if I'm remembering correctly. But let's go. No, this is. I want this to be Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar. Our Mega is just like slightly annoying to use in the calc, and there's no real way around it. Oh, am I just stupid? There's just a Gengar Mega tab. God damn it. It doesn't have the Mega Stone innately, though, which is a little goofy, because, like, the knockoff damage would matter. Gengarite. Modest? And his sprite doesn't change. That's a little spooky, too. Can we get this out of my box? Regular Gengar, Mega Gengar. Oh my goodness. Gengar. We got there in the end. It was a bit of a struggle. I think I have Sludge Bomb now. I think that guy just gave me Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb? Don't have the ability usually either. Okay. I do have access to Sludge Bomb. Baby Stall. Gengarite. Hello. Thank you. And this is also Shadow Tag. We built our own... And when I click on him, he doesn't have the item still. I guess I'll just have to do that manually for Calx. Didn't he get another... Oh, right. He was going to need Psychic to be able to beat the Meloetta. So let's say this is our lead. We always two-shot the Meloetta. We get outsped currently, so I gotta be timid. So we always two-shot the Meloetta and win. We tank any crit Psychic. And we do enough damage, so we would only need to do 23% to regular Meloetta. We don't do 23% to regular Meloetta. Okay, that's fine. We just click Sludge Bomb instead. Can't switch out. So the Meloetta dies. By the time Meloetta dies, Gengar is at max 50%. So it's somewhere between 50% and 12%. What comes in on Gengar? Nothing is faster. Surely. Nothing is faster. So, is anything slower, doesn't die, and kills? Probably everything. If it's at 50, okay. So the highest is 50, the lowest is 10. Right? Highest is, yeah, just over 50. So Pangoro does not die. It should see mid-roll for damage for switch in. So it probably can't go Pangoro. This one sees it takes 40, deals 70 something, takes 40, deals this. So this is a slow threaten. Pangoro, it sees that it loses. This is definitely not this mon. Gets out, so it comes in. So I think that means it's Pangoro. Let me look up my own fucking switching function. If it's Pangoro, I think we just hard switch into Meganium on the... Although I guess we get knocked off. We probably hard switch into Meganium and just kill it with Draining Kiss. We take a lot of Fire Punch damage, though, this way, because we don't get in for free. Oh no, because we just one-shot it with Dazzling Gleam. We don't even need the recovery, so we would tank... We probably run no item, so we tank no damage from knockoff on the switch. Kill with Dazzling Gleam. Nothing can switch on Meganium. This can't. This can't. Lucario can switch in on the Meganium. Do we have to give this Hidden Power Fighting instead of Synthesis? That feels a little dicey. Doesn't do enough damage to keep Lucario out because it takes 42, deals this, takes 40. Okay, so Lucario is going to be a has-bad odds option here. That might be bad. We'll see how bad that is. Let's just check. Pangoro. Let's check that it is Pangoro. So our order is there's no Trapper, nothing Revenge kills. Slow Revenge kill is gets outsped and one-shots. That is, I believe, the camp that Pangoro would fit into. I think it's the only thing, like, from 50, Pangoro would fit into this. So if I get, like, min-rolled, this is Pangoro. I don't have Levitate anymore. Right. So Garganical also works. Tanks any hit and kills me from any range. Which means Garganical would actually come in before... Okay, so it's not going to be Pangoro at all. Because Garganical would overwrite the Pangoro. Because it also takes any hit, is slower, and then one-shots me. So this is our new candidate. This one gets outsped and dies, so it's not going to be this. Even if it sees Focus Sash, it shouldn't be this. I don't think. Does this... This is the one that I think doesn't see its own Focus Sash in the current version of the game. Has been fixed, but not in 1.2. And then Lucario sees that it gets outsped. Okay, so it's Lucario if I take too much damage from Psychic. This roll goes up to, so I'm left with between 50 and 60. So if I'm dealt like a mid-roll or higher, Lucario will see that it takes any one hit and can then kill me with Flash Cannon. And this is last in the party, so to go Lucario second. So if I get min-rolled, it should be Garganical. If I get max-rolled, it's Lucario. What about this with HP fighting? Not good enough. It's actually surprising that it's not good enough, but I guess not quite good enough. So, we're going to have a Mega Lucario on turn 2 with this plan. Or, like, turn 3, like, after the KO would be the second one in. So what is our plan for Mega Lucario? This is the one that Meganium the Goat does not work for. Gyarados is maybe okay. I probably don't tank crits well. He's full special attacker. Dugong? Yeah, that Aura Sphere damage is too high even for Dugong. He's gonna Flash Cannon me, right? That was the... Yeah, okay. So I have to tank a Flash Cannon on something. We could eject button off of Aurorus. I don't know that we got as far as having an actual plan for this Lucario. Because my Lucario is not going to outspeed his Vacuum Wave one-shotting me. Mudsdale? Mudsdale does survive any crit and one-shot back, but we can't get it in for free. It does not survive crit into Vacuum Wave crit. Does it survive move into Vacuum Wave crit? No. Man, this trainer is really scary. Maybe this means I can't do the Gengar lead because nothing can tank a Flash Cannon and deal with it the turn after. Hang on, is Centiskorch... Holy shit. Why is Centiskorch the greatest Mon? Is my calc broken? This is that's unbelievable. It can just switch in and one-shot the Lucario? Dude, through 2 crits? Bug fire typing, putting in work today. Holy crap. This one is like, if this one comes to this fight for this Lucario, it will have come to Mount Chimney double, then Flannery, then Maylene, like back to back to back pretty much. That's awesome. Let's get our Mega Gengar back and our Meganium back. So, okay. We switch this in on the Lucario. He can't switch out. Because if he switches out, that's bad. He can't go into this because it dies to Fire Lash. He probably... Yeah, he can really easily go to Garganical. So you need to try to find a way to 2-shot Garganical on a Centiskorch. That might be a tall order. Pangoro can't come in because it gets 2-shot by Fire Lash on the switch. Okay. Does this Mon have a way to 2-shot Garganical? Or Garganacle. I don't know how to pronounce this thing. Garganacle. It sounds like you're gargling. Water, grass, fighting ground, steel. Water, grass, fighting ground, steel. Flame Body is probably better than Flash Fire here, but whatever. I've forgotten every word that I just rhymed off, but I'm not seeing anything here. TMs? Scald? Maybe. Maybe Scald gets there. Solar Beam? Probably not. Okay. If Solar Beam gets it on the Switch, I don't actually have to use it. I don't think I have Solar Beam or Power Whip yet. When do I get Power Whip? Trick House. So not yet. I guess we could go do Trick House for second puzzle first if this is like a necessary. Hopefully it's not. Natural Gift is not in the game, we've learned. It does not seem to get Scorching Sand. Oh, it does get Scorching Sand. Good suggestion. So Scald does straight up more damage though, so we try Scald. I'm a little surprised that it gets Scald. Scald does not keep it out. Does too little damage. How does this thing take so little damage from Scald? Oh my goodness. So this is actually a huge issue. Because if he goes into Garganical, then the sick plan of just eat the Lucario on the switch-in doesn't work. Because we can't do it a second time. Would Power Whip work? Power Whip would work. Okay, so maybe we have to go do some Trick House. Fighting Ground, Steel. I don't think we got anything else for that. Like, this is a 120 base power move. I don't think... Do I just randomly have Solar Beam already? No, that's also Trick House. Solar Blade also Trick House. Dang it. Dang it, I thought we had a great answer. If this thing had Power Whip, that's just dead Lucario. And we can reshape the rest of the line around that, because then Meganium kills this, Meganium kills this, Meganium kills this. And our plan for this is to get Lucario in. Yeah, we might need to do Trick House just as far as getting Power Whip. Let's try to finish this line assuming that I have Power Whip. So he can't go Garganical because he sees he eats Power Whip and then dies on the switch. Or dies the turn after. So this would kill Lucario. So this mon is down. Then Lucario is down. And he's looking for what to switch into the Scentiscorch. Pangoro gets outsped. This thing is... Wow. This mon is amazing. What the heck? Can't go Pangoro because loses the 1v1. Can't go Garganical because loses the 1v1. Can't go Lilligant because loses the 1v1. So everything loses the 1v1. Which means we're down to type matchup effective ID. But this also requires winning the 1v1. Everything loses the 1v1. Which means it should go all the way down to generic damage, which just checks to not get one-shot, which means it'd be Garganical afterwards. I think Salt Cure traps. So if we go hard Meganium on a Salt Cure, we can then two-shot with Giga Drain, which should kill this. And then we get to keep our Fairy... I guess we'll go with Fairy Plate, because I think the feathers aren't in here. Fairy Plate. Is it a Pixie Plate? So he can't go Pangoro, it gets one shot. He can't go... Oh, he can go into Lilligant, because it doesn't get one shot. Lucario's already gone, he can't go Gambit because it's last. So he goes Lilligant. We Draining Kiss into Draining Kiss. Kill the Lilligants. He has to go Pangoro. We Draining Kiss, we kill the Pangoro. So then we end up with this King Gambit in on Meganium, which means he's going to click Iron Head. Nope, 5 allies fainted. Still going to click Iron Head. So at this point, can our Lucario tank a crit Iron Head when it comes in? Okay, what if I'm Defense Nature? Lax? Then I can tank an Iron Head crit. We click Vacuum Wave on the Sucker because he sees I'm dead to close combat. We click Vacuum Wave on the Sucker because he sees I'm dead to close combat. Does Salt Cure last after the Knuckle Stack dies? With the 1/8 health? 1/8 is a lot. It's still fine into Meganium here because I'm going to be recovering HP back, but that's really good to know. Yeah, I think it would be fine. So I think we only need 4 mons to do this fight, but we do need Power Whip. 80% sure it would stick around. Okay, I think that's still okay because here we're taking almost no damage. I think we take half from a crit, but we're also recovering and then we outspeed because of the Triage. And then Pangoro doesn't even get a move off, it just dies immediately to Draining Kiss, which is a huge heal also. Which should mean that the King Gambit always goes for Iron Head, I hope. It does stick around? Okay, crap. So we'd end up with, let's go, all allies fainted. As long as we hit this King Gambit above half, we should be fine to bait the Iron Head. Which we should, because the last thing we'll kill is one-shotting Pangoro from full, which should be a huge heal. Like, this will heal half of Pangoro's health bar to Meganium. Which means we have to be above half health, which is awesome. Okay, I think I'm going to write this line down, and I think we have to wait because we need Power Whip for it to work. Crap. So how deep, how many battles into Trick House need to happen to get Power Whip? Or do I need to come up with something completely different? Wind Straits are due later. Wally on 110. Is this... Do I need to be concerned about accidentally walking into this? Where even is this fight? Two, 4, 3, 10. Down here. Is this optional? He won't ambush you. So this is an optional fight, or you have to do this? It's one of the things you have to do before Norman. He's guarding Trick House. God damn it! So in order to get to Power Whip, You have to do Wally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights? Shit. That's more than I wanted. By rather a lot. So, what was our... Until you mentioned, am I doing like we blotted it out? It seems like a slog. So it was this situation here. At level 56, please, thank you. Oh no, my level cap is 56. Maybe that's what's screwing it up. No, it's still 100. So Lucario is just my level, I think, right? Yeah. I have not played Red for context, but I could believe that. So this is the issue. There's no way on Earth we can prevent this Garganical from coming in. It really... Ah, dang it, that really sucks. If only Natural Gift was in the game. Like it says in the decks. I don't think I'm missing anything. I don't think, like, Inferno would work. Yeah, 25. Overheat, probably not either. He crash. Yeah, dang, really do need the Power Whip for it, huh? Shit. Okay, let's try to think about that then. If he goes Garganical, because I don't have Power Whip, that means I can't switch into the Lucario again safely with Centiskorch. Right? That's the 56 Lucario critting. Was half? Yeah. Don't really want Meganium to come in now, because Meganium then just baits Hazbat oddsing into Lucario and we're super screwed. So, is there a way we can deal with this Lucario that is not Centiskorch? No? Gyarados? Gyarados is, I think, our next best answer. Is Bulldoze really the best it can do? That's a little concerning. But it certainly might be. Don't have Earthquake yet. Temper Flare. I don't think I have access to this move. There's Bulldoze. Rock Smash will be worse. Temper Flare. Requires strength. Do I have strength now? I don't remember where you get strength. Strength. Rust Earth Tunnel. Oh, I can go get Fiery Temper. That is more damage than Bulldoze. Temper Flare. Temper Flare. So that's a guaranteed 2-shot. Bulldoze is not a guaranteed 2-shot. It does drop its speed and that won't matter. Okay, so Temper Flare Gyarados? That's kind of whack. But it should work. I can tank... So I need to tank crit on the switch in. I need to tank second crit, and then I need to tank Vacuum Wave. That's too much damage. If I tank... Okay, if I take any 2 hits or crit plus crit or crit plus non-crit, that'd proc Citrus and put me out of vacuum wave range. Temper Flare Garrett. It might save us having to go wait for Power Whip. Can Gyarados stop Hazmat odds? Yes, because it outspeeds Pangoro. Pangoro sees 1 shot, but Aqua Tail 2 shot, so it hits it on the switch in, hits it after switch in, dies. It does beat Garganical. Tank can't take 2 Aqua Tails. Temper Flare keeps out Hisui and Lilligant. Because it can't one-shot me. Okay, Temper Flare Gyarados. Fantina down to reach Fall Arbor. Congratulations, dude. That's huge. You're just in time for being really sad we don't have access to Power Whip, because Centiskorch would also do kick-ass things in this fight. And learning that Gyarados learns the Fire-type physical attack Temper Flare, and I think that might be the perfect Lucario answer. Let's go get Temper Flare. Make sure I actually can get this move. Yeah, we're in the tank a little bit, because I want to rush Maylene so I can rush Windstraight. And I am the slowest man alive for fight prepping. But this should not be news to anybody by now. Yeah, the Ace Gambit, exactly. Wait, did I already get Strength? Hours for playing. I already have Strength! I'm such an idiot. Okay, Fiery Path. Fastest way is Lava Ridge, I think. Juked him like a... Ah, we didn't get the Pokeball though, oh well. Temper Flare Gyarados. Who knew Gyarados gets a physical fire type attack? That's actually kind of crazy. That's probably really nice to know now, honestly. I'm sure it'll come up. Maybe it won't come up a second time, because you guys were all kind of like, Temper Flare Gyarados, what the heck? We did it? Okay. Okay, probably goes to there. Is this Temper Flare? There's Temper Flare. Is there other cool goodie, or is there another cool goodie down here? Surely there must be something. Uh-huh. And then we go like this, and then we carefully go around. Is it like a Firestone? Yeah. Pop the escape rope that you absolutely cannot use inside of Watson's gym. Cottony is the 113. Whimsicott, like literally, so Whimsicott is my second favorite Pokemon. It's behind exactly Mawile. Literally half of its moveset is banned. I have no idea how you can use it effectively. If you do, I would love to see it. Because I loves me a Whimsicott. But so many of its moves are banned, it's really upsetting. Okay, so Temper Flare Gyarados is a real... Let's also sandy check that it can learn Temper Flare. Whimsicott fucks everything up. That one is so cool to use. Just not in this Nuzlocke where its entire moveset is banned. Gyarados. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay. Move over, Bulldoze. Shit, this might actually be doable then. We can keep Centiskorch on the team as a backup Lucario answer if something goes wrong. I don't think we have a backup Gambit answer. A backup Gambit answer looks like sack something, bring something in that can tank a crit Sucker Punch, and one-shot it. I don't know that mon exists. Oh, is it Tinkaton? No, because it doesn't have the fighting move. Does Tinkaton get like Brick Break? Would Brick Break work? Probably not. Tinkaton doesn't have that much damage. We can't get to... Beardick? Beardick tanks a crit Sucker Punch. Can I go plus speed on this? And I don't give a shit about this mon. So, there we go. There we go. This is the backup mon. We're bringing Beardick. Is if I have to sack something, it probably ends up being like sack Centiskorch out of the rest of these mons to the Gambit. Bring in Beardick. Tank the crit Sucker Punch, outspeed and kill it with superpower. And if this breaks, then we don't care. We just Beardick dies. Oh well. Oh no. Oh dear. However, shall we survive? Mon immediately has impressed me. Came to the double, came to Flannery, is coming to this, would literally let me do this with 4 Mons if it had Power Rip already. I'm already sold on this Mon. The stat line is just so balanced. It's way bulkier than I thought it would be. Yeah, I've seen the moveset leaves a little bit to be desired. But the Mountaineer seems so cool. I'm pretty excited about this mon. I was disappointed by it initially, or at least I was whelmed. I love seeing shit like this actually perform. If this Gambit is not going for Iron Head, we actually tank any crit. Oh, hold on. 5 allies fainted. We actually tank any crit on this switch with Beardick and kill with superpower. That's cool. I say more risk-free. I don't care if this mon dies, so perhaps that makes this more risk-free. Because the worst case scenario, we just lose a Beardick. Alright, it's time for a notepad, because I think we're pretty much ready to do Maylene. Maylene. We're looking for... Centiskorch, Charcoal, Adamant, Flash, Fire, same usual moves. Looking for Gengar, Gengarites, Timid. Ability doesn't matter. Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Psychic. I guess we can keep Will-O-Wisp if something goes really badly wrong and we need to juke a Sucker Punch near the end of the fight. Meganium was Pixie Plate, or it was Fairy Feather or something? Fairy Feather? Modest. Triage, Giga Drain, Draining Kiss, Synthesis, and Dazzling Gleam. Lucario is... Lax. Is it really supposed to be Lax? I find that somewhat difficult to believe. I guess it just needs anything that's positive defense? I don't remember why this had a defense-raising nature, I'll be totally honest. So it can tank a crit Iron Head, maybe? It looks like it can do that anyway. Maybe so it can tank a crit Iron Head into crit Sucker Punch? It can't do that anyway. And I'm not KOing with a Vacuum Wave anymore. I'm never KOing with a vacuum wave. Huh. We'll leave this nature up for a moment. It's a black belt. Black belt is fine. Inner focus is fine. Actually, I guess steadfast is better. Because if I do switch in on a non-crit knockoff or something, the +1 will mean that I can one-shot with Mach Punch? Probably need to not be modest for that. Oh god, it doesn't even work with Mach Punch because too bulky. We have rolls for it though, so we are probably justified to be safe. Moveset might be mono fighting. I think it's probably Aura Sphere, Mach Punch, Vacuum Wave, Close Combat. Gyarados. Citrus Berry. Intimidate. Nope. Citrus Berry Adamant. Intimidate. Ice Fang, Aqua Tail, Crunch, Temper Flare. And then Beardick with fucking whatever and superpower. Oh, it needs a positive speed nature. Jolly. So, fight plan. The first sequence of turns, we lead Gengar. Mega and Psychic to 2-hit KO Meloetta. Sludge Bomb if transforms. Live any one crit. Psychic. Encore Switchery, Worry Seed, Captivate. Oh, Captivate isn't banned. That's interesting. Switch your choice item might be valuable. I don't know if you get multiples of them, and I don't know if you get them back after a switcher, but it certainly might be. Encore Prankster seemed like the only standout to me. But you do have to wait a while. I mean, it's still a fast grass-type attacker in the meantime, I guess. Decently bulky. So we Mega, we two-shot this. We're left with anywhere between 50 to 10 to 12% HP. Expect Whatmon. This is important. When we determined, I think that it was Lucario. It sees regular Lucario's rolls though. So maybe it's not Lucario. Let's check. Can it be Pangoro? Pangoro sees that it is a... I think I might have looked at the wrong Lucario's rolls. Because this one always kills me. This one does not. It does them at certain HP thresholds. That is a little awkward, because now we're gonna have to have two lines depending on what comes out second. I think. And we really would prefer Lucario come out second. Can I pre-damage Gengar to guarantee that happens? I need Crit Psychic to never kill me. I would need non-Crit Psychic to always deal 58. I would need non-Crit Psychic to deal 92 damage. Oh no, because it's even worse than that, because switching sees mid-roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 64. I would need Mineral Psychic to deal 86 damage. I bet you by the point we're doing that, the crits are killing me, because this is close to a max roll. Night, dude. Thanks for dropping in. Send it in and win off vibes. That's how you lose off vibes. So if we pre-damage the Gengar, is that ever going to help? Because crit psychic does a max of 132, so we can take off. Well, 32, so we'd be at 2018. We'd be at 118, and crit kills us from 118. So the most amount of health we can have to survive a crit still is to be down 18 health points. That's it. So we can add 18 health to normal psychic damage. 74 and 18. Minus 74 minus 18 is 58. Regular Lucario sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 64. Minus 64. Okay. I'm gonna have to double check this math, but I think if we've taken 18 points of damage, Lucario will always see that it is a slow threaten? Or sorry, a slow revenge killer. And if it's the last slow revenge killer, it'll be the one that comes in. Gross. We're gonna have to double check this now. Fuck. So minimum psych Gengar has whole separate notepad time. Gengar HP 150. Min HP required for Lucario. Let's double check what damage it's dealing. Damage roll defaults. Okay. So it's the 9th roll for Lucario. 1, 2, with Flash Cannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 64 damage. 64 or less HP. Need to lose. Okay, so we have to go 150. The difference between 150 and 64, we gotta lose that much health. 150 minus 64, we gotta lose 86 health. Need to lose 86 HP on Meloetta. Meloetta min psychic damage is 74. Meloetta's max psychic damage with a crit is 132. So 150 minus 74 is 76. Need to take 8 more damage to guarantee the Lucario? No, that's not how math works. I think it's 12. Yeah, need to take 12 more damage to guarantee Lucario. 150 minus 32 already guarantees Lucario. Or sorry, 132 equals 18. Need to take 0 more damage to guarantee Lucario. So we can take up to 17 extra points of damage. We need to take 12 extra points of damage. So I need to pre-damage this Gengar for a 12 damage. This is my first time ever needing to pre-damage him on. How annoying is it? I'm not even sure this mon can hit me. Probably need Monzik are guaranteed to be able to attack me, so maybe we go like fish. I think that mana is confusion at this level. I friggin' hope. This is looking at Mega's defenses, right? Min is 58. Oh no, 64 mid-roll. Okay. Nope, can't actually deal damage to me. Alright, let's go try the Seal Sphere roots. Flame Orb, that's an idea. I think I have a Flame Orb. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This needs to be between 12 and 18 health lost. I have to stay above 132. And I have to be lower than 138. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, Signal Beam. There's a point of damage. Oh, we're both burned. That's funny. I just needed to be fighting Surskits. $137. I believe that works. I believe that works. So if we're at 134, that means max damage leaves us with 2 HP. And that means min damage is 60. Which means both of these will bait Lucario successfully. Maylene, Gengar. HP for my records. So we're good. Great suggestion with the Flame Orb. I would have forgotten about that for sure. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maylene. Expect Lucario now. So second stage of the fight. I've been using the turn tracking as a lot more loosey-goosey as like the different steps, sort of. So this Lucario is going to immediately Mega and crit my Gyarados. But he's not level 100. He crits my Gyarados twice, and I kill him with Temper Flare. Is the plan. Hard Gyarados. Take any crit. Take any second crit. Hit with Temper Flare. It is okay if we take both crits, because then we can go into Centiskorch. The Lucario will already be beneath half guaranteed from this Temper Flare. So it can't has bad odds out. We can go into Centiskorch and kill it. Perfect. Very happy with that. If can't take third hit to KO, go hard Centiskorch. It's very possible it's correct to go hard Scorch either way. Hit with Temper Flare for... What is the worst roll we can get off this? 57. Perfect. Because if we always go Scorch, we'll always know what's coming in after. Take any second crit with Temper Flare for about 57%. Hard switch in Scorch. Take any crits. Take any second crits, KO with Fire Lash. He'll probably throw in a Vacuum Wave here. Maybe even 2. So Scorch's HP is pretty variable, I think. What comes in after? Okay, so Meloetta dies. Then Lucario is dead. We can have either Gyarados or Scorch. So we can always have Scorch for sure. We can sometimes have Gyarados. With a Citrus, it's possible we always have Gyarados. What are we baiting? We need something that can either... So it could be Pangoro. We don't really want to bait Pangoro. We want Meganium already in before Pangoro comes out. So if it's a low Scorch, Pangoro will see slow Revenge Kill. If it's a high Scorch, it won't. This will see typing super effective. I guess for post-KO switches, though, it's going to look for Revenge Killing. This is the best slow Revenge Killer, so it'd be this over Pangoro for sure. It can be Hisuian Lilligant if we're low enough. Do we even need Charcoal? Because if we don't need Charcoal, this Lucario... So we're switching into this Lucario and tanking a crit. We assume it's a crit. Because if we have a high HP total, we're guaranteed the Garganical. If we are on a low HP total, we switch in on like a Dragon Pulse crit. We take a second Dragon Pulse crit, 91 twice. 195 minus 91 minus 91. We're at 13. Citrus Berry kicks in if we are rocking a Citrus. Because we no longer need to one-shot this Lucario. Citrus is a quarter? Oh, fuck, it's not. Item Citrus Berry. Percent HP 25. Okay, so 25 probably rounded down. So 195 in 4, 48. So worst case, we tank 91, 91, and go up 48. We're at 61. 31%. Lilligant sees min rolls when it's considering coming in for a switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sees 60. We're at 61 with Drain Punch, which means it's going to see that it can kill us with Facade. So if we get crit into crit, it would go Hisuian Lilligant before it would go Garganical. Is this okay? We end up coming in, eating a Facade, Draining Kiss, healing back most of it, eating a second Facade. These Facade crits are kind of rough, though. Meganium's going to be low. I think it's okay if he goes Garganical afterwards, because we can Giga Drain off of it and still one-shot the Pangoro. I think that's fine. I think that's still okay. Even if we get crit, we bait this, we still go hard Meganium. I think it's fine. Usually bait Garganical, sometimes bait, rarely bait Lilligant. Go Meganium either way. And I definitely asked if this move trapped a little while ago. It's not trapping. Okay, it's not trapping. Not trapping is fine, as long as we can switch out. Meganium 1v1s at Lilligant with Draining Kiss. Pangoro with Draining Kiss. Oh, sweet, and that's earlier than you expected too. I'm still prepping Maylene, but we're pretty much ready to go. The squad is done. We're just finalizing the line here. I think it's very close to being risk-free, which is super cool. But once I'm done, if you want to do your Archie, I'll pass the stream audience your way. I don't think I'm gonna do anything past Maylene today. You are at a good time, yeah. You missed all the me. I've been noodling about over this for probably an hour and a half. I'm slow. That's fine. Pangoro. It had this Centiscorch. Like, had I had access to Power Whip before Trick House 2, I would have been done like 40 minutes ago. But alas, we do not. Centiscorch is a monster. Pangoro's Raining Kiss. Garganical with Giga Drain. Eventually, King Gambit comes in. The last stage of the fight is on King Gambit. King Gambit is looking at Meganium. His entire squad is dead. Meganium is not going to kill him. He sees a one-shot with Ironhead. Expect Ironhead. Hard switch Lucario. This is the scary part. Berdic dies to this Ironhead. Does Berdic die with this Ironhead? What is the steel resist Berdic? It would be so cool if we could just go hard Berdic and kill him with superpower. I mean, we would die to the Sucker Punch, I suppose. Oh, that we could go hard Berdic. Let's not get too excited. Super effective berries. Thank God for this forum post. What's the steel one? Babiri. Babiri? This is not even a crit. Okay, so this plan does not work. Alas. Would have been cool if we could go into this, and then he'd start suckering because he sees he's dead, and we do like rest, skip the Sucker Punch, and then kill him with superpower the next turn. Oh well. Remains the backup plan / a sack. So on the Ironhead, which will absolutely crit, we take 91%. He sees he's dead to Aura Sphere, and is slower, and so will Sucker Punch for damage. I will Vacuum Wave him twice to kill him. This is gonna be so scary. I know this is what you guys have been saying everybody does. Take any crits. Vacuum Wave 2x to win. Does non-crit still put you into Sucker Punch range? Yes. Because he sees Maxwell Sucker Punch. I don't know that it matters for range, though. Because I think the AI might just see... Oh, no, because it would matter for range, because range beats I'm going to die. So this should be safe, right? I understand how this works. I did not look up this chunk of the code. I just trusted you. Please don't cost me a Lucario. I almost cost Toaster a Lucario the other day, but I was right. So this is your turn to be like, are you going to cost me a Lucario? I'm totally willing to take your word that this is how this works. I come in on this Ironhead, it doesn't matter how much damage, and then he tries to sucker and I Vacuum Wave kill him. And if that works, that means this is done. And we just gotta do preps. It needs to just see the Sucker Punch kills. Okay. And it always does. I'm even plus defense here. Why am I plus defense? Is it to tank an Ironhead crit on the Switch? If I go Bashful? Yeah, okay. So I actually have to be plus defense. Plus defense minus special defense is probably fine. I think that's what I was. So Lucario has to be lax. Tanks 50 from Ironhead, and then he sees the 50 from... Okay, so we need lax Lucario. That's the nature. Lax. This is gonna be so scary. There's so many haymakers being thrown around here. Gengar needs to be timid. Levitate does whatever. It needs its good moves though. Sledge Bomb and Psychic. TM list is getting thick enough. It is time for me to start control F'ing the dock, I think. Sledge Bomb. Psychic. Centiscorch is fine with its. Oh, I don't even have the whole. Let's get the squad on in the party first. Let's also rearrange my notes, because that's my lead. Gonna get all my sets put together for this archetype before I start stream. Yeah, that's totally fair. I gotta finish my preps for this. My preps for this shouldn't take very long, honestly, as I think most mons just need very minor adjustments, and then I'll do Maylene, and I think you should still be done in time. Or if you're not quite done in time, like I don't think the people will mind a few double checks. I'm deeply excited to see your Archie though, and I'm glad I'll be able to see it before I have to go to bed. I think, assuming the timeline works out, that should be just fine. Centiscorch, Meganium, Lucario, Gyarados. An eject button that looks a lot like a Beardick. Needs a Gengarite. Centiscorch does not need a Charcoal anymore. It would like a Citrus Berry, because it will make Meganium's life a little bit easier, and means that if it gets crit once, it will still bait exactly the order we want. I'm not insane, right? This Lucario doesn't have a random ground move? No, okay, good. And it has Fire Lash, that's really all it needs. Meganium, I think, is still modest, yeah, but it needs the Fairy Feather rather than Miracle Seed. Lucario has the black belts, wants to be justified. And we're gonna just put the 4th fighting move on it. Detect, that's cool. I wonder if Detect is worth it for Sucker Punch shenanigans. I guess we want him Sucker Punching, that's the only way we win. Relax. I think Gyarados is already Citrus. No, he's a Rost. Okay. Beardick, I guess, can just have a... Fucking what? Does he die to non-crit? Iron Head. With the Babiri. It doesn't even need to be a crit. He doesn't die to most rolls. Okay, we'll give him a Babiri Berry. If it comes down to Beardick, shit's gone sideways anyway. And he needs to be jolly. And it would be nice if he had a non-sucker punchable move. Is Growl legal? Is Play Nice legal? I just need to find a legal move that is not an attack. Growl? Growl is legal. Success. It's a little blinding. There we go. Probably give him Aqua Jet also, just in case. Because we can use this to juke the Sucker Punch if we need to. And I guess we'd probably give him Icicle Crash as well. Give him a real moveset that we can reference later. Although probably Growl will stay rest most of the time. And the Lucario needed to be justified. Not Steadfast, the other one. Okay. Gengar with Gengarite, Timid, Levitate, Sludge Bomb, Willow, Shadow Ball, Psychic. Crunch, Firelash, X-Scissor, Flash Fire, Adamant, Citrus. This needs a... No, it does need Citrus now. It doesn't need Charcoal anymore. Citrus. That's fine. Meganium, Fairy Feather, Modest, Triage, Giga Drain, Draining Kiss, Synthesis, Dazzling Gleam, Lucario, Aura Sphere, Mach Punch, Vacuum Wave, Close Combat, Justified, Lax, Black Belts. Gyarados, Adamant Citrus, Intimidate, Ice Fang, Aqua Tail, Crunch, and Temper Flare. I love so much that Gyarados gets like a decent fire type attack. That's really cool. Beardic is Superpower, non-combat move, Icicle Crash priority. Slush Rush doesn't matter. Babiri Berry and Jolly. Dang it! I think we're ready to go. I hate this moment so much. I think this is like an hour and a half to 2 hours of prep is probably reasonable to be confident enough, I guess. We've dotted our I's, we've crossed our T's. Oh, also, you kind of missed it, Michael. This was my first time ever having to pre-damage a Mon. We had to do math. Oh shit, and I Pokeviled afterwards too. Son of a bitch. Ah, I'm glad I'm so glad I just went to explain this to you and double checked. God damn. Crisis averted. Oh, nice. This is my first time ever doing it. It's kind of nerve-wracking. Because, like, what if your math is off by one number? Same shit with the Surskit again. Very nice. We gotta be... What was the range? I needed to be beneath 138, but higher than 132. This actually is super specific. There's literally a 6 point. It has Signal Beam at this level? Crap. There's literally a 6-point range that I have to fit in. 137. 137 minus 132 is 5 HP. 137 minus 74 is 63 HP. And we need to be 64 to guarantee Lucario? 64 or less. This just barely works. I was 134 last time. So maybe the actual answer is I cure my burn. Oh, what I did last time is as soon as I pre-damaged, I Pokeviled to cure the burn. That's what happened. I just immediately healed it. Do I have a burn heal? No burn heal. We'll pick up a burn heal. I kind of want to take one more point of damage just to not have... Like, what if I'm wrong by 1 point? This guy doesn't have a burn heal. Does he have a full heal? Oh my goodness. Where can I get a goddamn full heal? Full heal or burn heal? Either would be great. Lava cookies! I did buy a lava cookie while I was there. Smart idea. I'd rather go fight one more Surskit. I feel a little more comfortable if I can be off by 1 and have it still work. And 137 is exactly no wiggle room for error at all. Man, all kinds of Surskits. I did not actually get a Surskit here. I think this was my Rookity encounter. just keep it 136 on a crit. Okay. I kind of want to go back to 134. That splits the difference really nicely. Oh no, I still have a flame orb. 136 is fine. We have to go buy another lava cookie though. I should buy a few while I'm there. And then we'll do our final team scroll for Sheet Legality, and I will go fight Maylene. Looks good. I'm feeling pretty happy about this line, but I'm still nervous because I'm always fucking nervous. I probably try to do win straight preps off stream tomorrow because that's going to be a bit of an ordeal. And then trick houses on stream afterwards would be just fine. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I do have a bonus raid tomorrow night, so it might not be tomorrow. It might be Monday. Monday is a holiday here, so easier to fit in. Do you not sell bulk lava cookies? Oh no. Oh no. You know what? This is probably enough lava cookies. $136. So 136 minus the 132 is 4 HP, and minus the 74 is 62. It only needs 64 to bait Lucario. Should be okay. Thank you for the luck. I do sincerely appreciate it. Anything that I prep on stream, I'm more stressed about than if I prep it off stream. Because I spend less time in general, and also I'm like worried I've missed something because I'm slightly distracted chatting and stuff. But I do enjoy doing the preps on stream. So like it's not like I try to avoid it. It usually just takes me so long. I need a big block of time available. All right. Last team check, and for the sake of sheet legality. We have the Gengar HP where we want it. It does not have Gengarites, which is important, being a Mega Gengar and all. Gengarite, Timid, Levitate, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Psychic Willow, Fire Lash, Flash Fire, Adamant Citrus, Modest, Fairy Feather, Triage, Giga Drain, Draining Kiss, Synthesis, Dazzling Gleam. I should just pretend to be more confident, maybe. Because that's where you get the better stream highlights doing that, right? I'm a real streamer. We're all real streamers here. I should Omega react. Irav continues to make fun of me for my reaction to the shiny Mudsdale, being like, "Oh, huh, that's not a Heracross." Or Sphere, Mach Punch, Vacuum Wave, Close Combat, Justified, Lacks Black Belts, Adamant Citrus, Intimidate, Ice Fang, Aqua Tail, Crunch, Temper Flare, Bardic, Superpower, Non-Damaging Move, Priority Move, Slush Rush, Jolly Babiri. Alright. That is a Gengarite, not a Flame Orb. Here we go. Let's get the calcs. Did I not do a save? I may not have done a save. Let's see if I can grab my most recent one. Odd of me to have not done a save, but it's possible. Actually, do you know what? This should work fine, because I've already got the mines all set up here. Keep it as the background there. Very nice. Alright. So this should be Psychic into Gengar. Fight Mega Psychic. Man, that sprite's kind of crazy looking. Oh, it took my Mega speed. I thought it would take regular Gengar's speed. Is that not how Megas work? Do they not take the speed of the pre-Mega the first turn? Like, it's fine here. But that'll be really good to know later in the run as I fight more Megas. So this should be Lucario. It is Lucario. So step 1 is hard Gyarados, taking any crits. We then Temper Flare, taking any crits. Can I stay in with Gyarados here and still bait Garganical? No, because I think if I get crit at 139, this damage threshold. Wait, what? Oh, level 100. He is 56. Yeah. If I take the crit here, 79, 139. Minus 79. I might be able to cut the Centiskorch step. Leaves me at 60. We need Lilligant's Facade to not see 60. It does see 60. So to guarantee we don't get Lilligant, which we need, well, we don't necessarily need, but we would like, we do have to go Centiskorch here. As planned. Feels a little awkward to be like, I'm going to switch out this mon that could just win now for a different one, but we do want to bait differently. Secret Gastrodon. I don't think I recognized that name, but nice to have you drop in. We're just in the middle of doing a Maylene fight. Are you from the Discord or just a random other Pokemon player? Either way, nice to meet you. We do end up tanking the crit there. Glad we have the Citrus. Snail Raid. Random streamer. Nice to meet you. This is Emerald Imperium. It is a difficulty ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald. If you're into that kind of content, I'd recommend it. It's made by a friend of mine. It's a good time. Run and Bun. Very nice. I'm very familiar. It's not one I play myself, but I am familiar. Rarely bait Lilligant. Okay, great. So we go hard Meganium here on what is probably Salt Cure. She's an awesome streamer. Oh, nice! This is a solid chat for people who are interested in doing difficulty hacks, so. Nice. I will go check you out at some point. Blind Nuzlocke to the first gym. And thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I guess it's the Twitch polite thing to do that back. I don't really do very much in the way of streaming. I got pressured into this. I did a lot of the AI programming for the ROM hack base that this game uses. And after doing enough helping other people figure out how the AI works, I got rudely pressured into trying a Nuzlocke run. I've never Nuzlocked anything in my life before, but we're going to see if we can't make Sheet. It's been going pretty okay thus far. Missed the Giga Drain. This is not a blind Nuzlocke, but you know. I'm not sure how well a blind Nuzlocke of this would go, but then I guess a blind Nuzlocke for Run and Bun also a pretty steep challenge. lefties. That might put him out of 2-hit KO range. I don't think we're going to be too bothered by that, though, to be honest. It's probably a roll, because we can go up to 60. Beautiful. Coffee nicknames. That's a good idea. I did not choose a nickname theme. I mean, a lot of mons are named after food. I tend to prefer vibes-based nicknaming, personally. So this Lilligant, we should two-shot with Draining Kiss. Taking any crit and healing off most of the damage from the second one. 7th attempt, but I've been having fun with it. Nice! A lot of the folks who are usually in here watching me, who've already finished their EI streams and thus are watching me do some of mine, have now moved on to doing run and bond ones. I think the farthest guy is currently on Weather Institute as his PB. The game looks insanely difficult. But none of them are doing it blind. There goes Lilligant. Let's check off our mons here. So this has to be Pangoro because King Gambit is got the Ace Mon flag. Not blind after first sim. That might be the time to switch, yeah. I imagine runs get crushed pretty badly from that point forward. This should be a spectacular one-shot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, spectacular one-shot. In any case, I wish you the best of luck with it. That's a very impressive run to attempt. I know so little about ROM hacks. I'm mostly a programmer. Again, I work on Pokemon Emerald expansion. I don't know if that will mean anything to you or not. It is the base that a lot of ROM hacks use. I mostly work on the background. I don't generally play. This one is Emerald Imperium rather than Inclement Emerald. The acronyms are really close. But I'd recommend it. It's a pretty good time. And it should have a new version coming out in the next month or two. So it'd be a good time to try it out. That version will have probably more AI than what you're used to seeing. Expansion's AI is farther than ahead of most other hacks. And some people find that interesting, in particular with respect to mid-battle switches. If you hate those, maybe not the best idea. We learn to love them. Expect Ironhead, hard switch to carry, take any crit. Okay. This is where we rely on Michael and his suggestion that this should juke Sucker Punch. So this should always bait Sucker. Sees that Sucker one-shots, but I outspeed, and the outspeeding priority move will shut off Sucker Punch. We two-shot with Vacuum Wave. We one-shot with Vacuum Wave? Oh, he has Life Orb damage! Nice! Very nice. That's still cool, though. I enjoy it a lot. The folks who've been playing EI enjoy it because they get to ask me 1,000 questions. It's fun to answer questions, too. Hits the one-shot. Anyways, yeah, Life Orb into the... I guess I hit the 90 or plus roll. That's fair. And oh, I guess this is inspired by Rad Red. Some people find some of the AI choices in Rad Red fairly contentious. They aren't in this game. The AI does not cheat here. It never knows what you are clicking before it decides what to do. Reckless Gamer, very fun. Yeah, that went super smoothly. I'm glad I took a literal hour and a half to plan it. Because that went exactly as planned. I think that was probably riskless based on said plan. And we get Expert Belt. Awesome. Michael, are you ready for your Archie fight? Because I will pass on the raiding love if you are. As far as Erica, when I said I was done, I have never played it. I don't really have any intention of playing it. I'm playing this because I'm friends with the guy who made it and I work on the base for it. But I've heard mixed reviews about it. I am ready for my Archie double. I will start stream shortly. Send me a message or like just message in chat as soon as you are, and I will shuffle everybody over. For those of you who are not familiar, Michael is quite close to the end of this run. He's about level 80. I think he's in the last split before the Elite Four. And he's been prepping this Archie fight off and on for like 3 days. The line has gone through, I think, 2 major overhauls at least. Very excited to see how this gets pulled off. It is a double battle which have unique AI stuff to try to plan around. Deeply excited to see what this looks like. I will stall for just a moment getting this Lucarionite on my Lucario, where it will probably remain forever, I imagine. I think that mon is kind of nuts here. Do the usual log out in a Pokemon Center with our Togekiss, because I like that follower sprite so much. Gotta get face in the camera. There we go. Gengar, but yeah, Gengar, like this way, that was super nice. The Mega Gengar are really cool. I'm just at the point in this game where you're unlocking the Mega Ring, and then you can start picking up Mega Stones via different fights. The next thing I've got to do is the Wind Straits, which is always an interesting one. Where is the? There we go. And they're in the Norman Splits. Bolton, the Titan, Pelipper, Duraludon. Good lord. Maybe Lucario is a decent lead, actually. I'm gonna just look at this for a moment or two while Michael gets his stream set up before shipping everybody over there. Because I certainly would want to go watch that. Victor? Into, let's say... Oh shit, we can just take Lucario and then say Mega. Oh, it's just electric. I thought it was electric normal. Oh my god, it doesn't even matter. It just dies to CC when I'm Mega? Really? That's crazy. Animate? Alright, that works. Mega Pidgeot, I do not outspeed. I do get one shot by, so we need something for Mega Pidgeot. Windstrait was an experience, I can imagine. I can imagine. So Titan is the other one? Dies to close combat? Okay. Pelipper. Do we get Thunder Punch on Lucario? Probably. We do get Thunder Punch. I use the Mega Code. That's also very fair. Okay, kills with Thunder Punch. Duraludon. Wow, this thing is bulky. So instead, this one, can we take any crit or can we not take the body press? We take any crit, we kill with Aura Sphere plus Aura Sphere. So Lucario is like a crazy good lead for this. Because it wins every single 1v1 at the start, which means the rest of the party needs to be able to deal with Pidgeot, Slowbro, Scizor, and Medicham. I feel like I have a great one into the Medicham. Oh, this is the wrong Duraludon. This is the Duraludon. It's heavy metal, adamant justified. Oh yeah, still a Violate, still don't die to body press crit. Yeah. Beautiful. So the Mega Medicham into Wordier probably loses. Guess Drain Punch gets that damage off, but I can pick up Shadow Ball. And it'll fake out turn 1 anyway, so I'll get in for free. Probably can't tank 2 Drain Punch crits. Oh wow, I can tank 2 Drain Punch crits. I can't tank 2 Drain Punch crits and a Facade crit, but that's probably okay. So if we just go Wordier, I guess Drain Punch will heal it. We'll have to see. I'll have to do the math on whether or not this works, but Lucario Wordier probably works for the last one. Grain Drench crits? Heck yeah. I do tend to do a little bit of the word flipping. We need something for Pidgeot. Pidgeot is probably super easy. Is this fight going to be free? We do have the Ice Scales Dugong, and this is a special attacker, isn't it? Yeah. Switch in, tank any crit. Tank any second crit, kill with Ice Beam. So that's Pidgeot down. Oh, it has no guard. I can just run Blizzard. Modest? Never Melt Ice? Still tank 2 crits. Switch in, get crit a second time. This probably can't be Never Melt Ice. It probably has to be Pechaberry, Persimberry, the one that cures confusion. On the off chance it's Hurricane. I'll switch in on a Heat Wave going on the Lucario, and then he'll probably Hurricane me. I'll break out of confusion and kill Blizzard. That's kind of sweet. Desiccated. Who doesn't love science terminology randomly making an appearance? Alright. Slowbro. Mega. Yeah, no Focus Blast is interesting. Maybe it was just like... Ira thought it was a little too much for this stage of the game, perhaps? I suspect Drapion is good into this. Wow, it gets wrecked by Scald. That is a little disappointing. To say the least. My Water Absorb Mon just dies to Psychic, I would expect. Oh, I have a ping. Sorry, I was supposed to ping you. Oh, perfect! Perfect, thank you. I will continue this. We're gonna open up Michael and give him a raid. And we can all go over there to watch. I will continue prepping this tomorrow. Let me just get another save off here and then I'll close the game. And figure out, where is my... This, I go Creator Dashboard. I thank you all very much for watching. Through a very fast Flannery, which was exciting, a long prep, and then another fast Maylene. And let's go all wish Michael the best of luck. I never remember exactly when raids cut off. I will sign off now, and then I will push the raid button. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow or Monday, probably.
This Quaquavel does not see... Well, okay. Does see a kill on Alakazam, does not ever get to click a kill on Alakazam, because Alakazam's faster and will kill it with Psychic. And that's what's gonna happen. Pocky is raiding with a party of 6. We here